Hello everyone, it is Meta Monday. Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse. I am your host today, Mr. Christian Doyle. I would like to first start by welcoming our cast for this afternoon. Thank you all for being here and for showing up on short notice. We had some transportation and health issues with some of our other cast, but we do have to knock out the first part of this season. And today is when that is supposed to end. Welcome to episode 6 of season 3 of Masters of the Metaverse. This is Mr. Matt Vancel. Mr. Matt Vancel is the creator of Journey Quest, The Gamers, Demon Hunters, Hop Jockey, and a whole bunch of other stuff that you haven't heard of yet. And he is currently helping us with our Kickstarter for the Journey Quest Season 3.5. Check it out. The link is available all over the place. Just donate if you can. Next, Mark Thomason, who's usually behind the camera making sure everything runs smoothly, is here on camera today playing a very important character in today's story. Also, I would like to welcome Mr. James Durham. You may recognize him from Project Metaverse, where he plays a certain Hawaiian-clad artificial intelligence. Before we get into details, I would just like to say this game is called Masters of the Metaverse. It is based on the tri-stat system. That means that you roll 2 dice and you want to roll low. If you need to know anything beyond that, I assure you it is probably on your character sheet, and if it is not, it's because I have forgotten to put it there. Cool? Roll low, for those of you not familiar with the system. In this game, people are playing normal, everyday people most of the time who are transported through a metapod system into the avatars who are the heroes of other realities, where they go and they take part in those stories. You are not doing any of that today. Today, we are sticking it to the real world. This is one of our very, very few character-focused stories, and I'm really excited to be a part of telling it today. I'm not going to tell you which character we're focusing on, but if you are familiar with the show, you can probably tell just by looking at the screen. Before we get started further, I would just like to thank our Patreon subscribers, our Patreons, I guess is what they are called, for watching every week, for voting online to make sure that our heroes get the buffs that they so desperately need and deserve to make the game go on. And this week, here's how the points and voting has broken down, even given our cast fluctuation at the beginning of the day today. Matt Vancel has an extra 60 hit points. Woo! Yeah, and a +5 to any one roll. Woo! Yeah. Mr. Christian Doyle, that's me, gets plus 20 hit points and a +5 to any one roll. Mark Thomason, you get +30 hit points and a +7 to any one roll. Don't ask me why they like you better. Probably because you're doing all the work. James, you're going to get +20 and +6 to any one roll. Thanks for showing up. Speaking of thanks, it is the time of the show where we give thanks to 3 of our very, very most special Patreon subscribers. These are the ones who we like to call out during the show and just say thank you personally. And the cast joins me in that thanking of you. So first, Arlen V. Duncan III. Thank you.
Thank you.
OCL Rodriguez.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get this one right.
Kevin Lung.
Thank you.
I think that about covers that, right?
For 3.
Now, real quick, before we go into the credits, we're going to take a look at what we have available in the store today. Here it is. Meta points are meta points. Those activate all of your abilities. We don't have to worry about any sliders today, but at the bottom of your character sheets, sliders, you will see that there are point values for a couple of your abilities. Those can be activated with meta points, which can be purchased by chat for the low price of $10. Now we've got cheat code, which allows you to roll an extra die and take the 2 best instead of the normal 2 you would have to take. Throw out the lowest. Bruno, the character, the actor playing Bruno, has a special buff called Master Negotiator. We will get into that after the credits. Patrick has a similar buff called Pat Guyver, and Nick has the Tedley Bear ability that he had last week, which we will also go over after that. Of course, we get into our medium buff trolls, I guess. You know, the System Shock, which can jar around how we have to play our characters, the rule of cool, in which we do the most awesome thing we can think of, and chat votes to decide whose they like best. And of course, the hack attack, where you, the audience, get to take control of the scene and let us know what's going down instead of the other way around. Understand? Good. So, with that being said, we are going to cut to the credits, and we'll see you in about 1:15 for Masters of the Metaverse.
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the metaverse.
Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse.
Surprise, fatherfuckers! Didn't see that one coming, I bet.
I did not.
I did not either. That worked out really well for me.
Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse. You're probably surprised to not see someone who's supposed to be sitting here. And instead, it's me. It's my first time dealing with you in chat, and you know, I would ask you to be nice and maybe put on the kid gloves, but I've actually been in chat, and I know you, and I know how you operate, so you know what? Bring it.
Ooh. Oh, strong words.
A toast to the late James Durham.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Now we're gonna go back in time today.
Time.
Now, some of you are aware, about 9 months ago or so in the world of Metaverse, there was this wonderful island that started to sink and things were looking really bad for our guys.
Ah, California.
And in this horrible situation, our poor pilot, Nick, was thought lost by his compatriots. Thought lost by himself. But Nick made it out. Nick escaped riding in the body of one Jebediah Lexington. And that was an interesting experience in itself.
It was warm.
You couldn't stay too long. And a long string of different bodies in different places later, you found yourself back in the fold of the Founders. Rather than being welcoming and helpful to you, they were rather isolationist, guarded, sequestered you away, wouldn't tell you anything, wouldn't tell you where your missing friends were, wouldn't tell you anything that you asked. Nick is not the sort of person to tolerate this. He started to look into things on his own. And after a while, started to get little drops of anonymous information. And then a burner phone showed up. And then Nick slipped his leash and left the Founders hanging. And we're going to project ahead slightly to where Nick is walking in to a chain coffee shop that we won't name that has horrible, horrible coffee. Instructed to meet two like-minded individuals to assist him in tracking down his missing companions. Enter the coffee shop.
All right. How many assholes are on laptops?
Almost all of them.
Or how many, okay, of the people who are not on laptops, what do they look like?
There's an older gentleman who is substantially larger than most of the clientele in here and looks very much out of place, particularly because he's actually drinking coffee. There's no foam or whipped cream or candy on the top of
He's
it.
drinking coffee at a Queequeg's. Very good.
And another individual is also very distinctly out of place.
Let's start the pain hashtag hack attack.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Bring the pain.
The older, larger gentleman has a passing familiarity to you. Maybe you knew him back when you used to do operations before all of this. But man, is he old.
How old?
At least 60.
60. Okay, that's upper. You know, that's like September in life, late September. I mean, clearly autumn at this point.
He doesn't look happy to be in this chain coffee shop.
Well, no, I wouldn't imagine so. You know, it's probably. What time is it?
It's about 2 in the afternoon.
Okay, so almost his bedtime. What does the other guy look like?
Patrick, would you mind describing yourself?
He's a skinny Irish guy.
Can you narrow that down a bit?
Yeah. Yeah, he's white.
A little more.
He's dressed
Full of
in...
himself, a little belligerent, probably drunk.
Oh, you've heard of this character.
I've heard of all of your characters.
He was supposed to play him. But yeah, no, he's about 47, so not young. Mm-hmm. He is clearly, like, he's not working on a computer, but he is building what appears to be a scale replica of a suspension bridge out of coffee stirrers.
Okay. All right.
He smells vaguely of cordite.
Okay.
Not so vaguely.
All right. On the burner phone, I text, "Hey asshole, look up."
You receive a text. Both of you do. It says, "Hey asshole, look up."
I take cover under the table. Like I'm looking for something, but
All right.
really I am hiding under the table.
You still believe those drills from high school?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Duck
that
and
it?
cover.
Yeah, it's really going to work. The mushroom cloud?
I am an explosives expert, sir. Duck and cover.
That's what I thought.
All right. I'll meander over. What portion of the Queequegs have they staked out?
The older gentleman is in a very strategic back corner where he can see all the entrances and exits. Definitely an operator. The Irishman doesn't really seem to be paying much attention to his
Thanks
surroundings.
to you all for coming in and making this work. Super excited for this, so let's have a hashtag Nick buff, hashtag Bruno buff, hashtag Patrick buff.
Thank you, Pax.
Thanks.
Oh my.
So
Haven't you got
they
enough?
staked out strategic locations.
Well, he obviously did. The Irishman just
My
seems
back
more
is
concerned,
to the door.
more concerned with his wonderful little construction project.
Mm-hmm.
So neither of them took the nice cushy leather chairs near the
No.
fireplace? Are those taken right now?
Not at all.
Oh, well, then
Nobody
I'll go-
ever sits in those.
I'll go sit down over there and wait for my coffee to arrive.
Excellent. You served coffee. You gentlemen care to join him?
Excuse me, do you hate coffee?
They very clearly do. Look where you're at.
Did I see him come in?
You didn't see him come in, but you did get the text.
All right.
And
That's
the two
not-
of them look very much out of place, almost as much as you do in this coffee shop. Not one of you is a yuppie.
Uh-oh. All right, so I'll go over and I'll sit on one of the chairs,
He smells very strongly of alcohol and cordite.
Remind me not to strike a match around you.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
All right.
Interesting bridge you built over there.
Thanks, it's not finished yet.
Is it any bridge in particular?
Not anymore.
Okay.
That was
One-
implying that I blew up a bridge.
Yeah, I
but
was doing the
I never
1 plus
have.
2 equals 3. I'm there.
I never have. I talk big.
Do the letters I, R, and let's say A mean anything to you?
Well, I'm not much of a reader, if that's what you mean.
Okay. I'm guessing you're the brains of the operation?
Nice to meet you. So what's our plan?
So you contacted me.
Well, Nick, you've been receiving information from an anonymous source.
Oh, anonymous source, not from these guys.
Anonymous source.
Okay, well, I thought,
It was the only lead you've gotten finding your friends.
I see. So I'm assuming you were the anonymous source that contacted me.
Yeah, and I was told you were taking point on this.
Me too.
And this moment of confusion is when your cell phone goes off. The burner, the indication of a text message.
Do we get texts too?
All right.
Just Nick's phone is burner.
Okay.
Pilots will be in New York next week.
Interrupted my game of Candy Crush. I need to be in New York within a week. It's okay, I'm stuck.
You're also going to need some kind of supplies and equipment. The founders wouldn't let you have any guns, access to any of your gear. But you did happen to pick up on a little memory in old Jebediah's brain.
Glad
There's
to
a
be
safe
catching
house
this
from the
live for the
program on
first
the way.
time
and-
in a month.
Well, they
I will miss all of October too. Sad face. Hashtag hack attack. Hashtag do we have a plot to derail yet?
Give it 5 minutes. We'll be there.
We'll work on that.
Okay, so I was
Yeah,
able
while
to...
he was in his brain, you knew where a program safe house just happened to be. And they happen to have a lot of hardware in those. Well, they wouldn't mind if you just borrowed it.
Of course not. So I say I'm need to be in New York by 1 week's time. I know a safe house where we can gather all the equipment, all the equipment we can need, and where we can deny our opponents the rest of the use of it if you come and shine the way that you do.
Well, then, yeah, no, I'm in. It pays well enough.
So why? Why are you in?
Because it pays well enough.
No, I mean, why are you in this? Why are you interested in helping me?
Oh, needed a latte. Oh, not in here. Money. Plain and simple.
It seems both of them have been paid.
It's fine. Money is transient. It's easy to come by, especially in its electronic form. I'm not saying this out loud, of course.
Oh.
I'm still also trying to block out all the memories of all the sumo porn I had to wade through in Jebediah's head to get to that nugget of information. You know, some memories don't buff out as easy. Speaking of buffing, okay, I'm back in there now. Coffee.
Yeah, we call this coffee.
You should probably ditch the car that you stole to get here.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll just...
And I'm on the no-fly list.
Okay, we can take. How far? Where are we? Like
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio. My God.
But I do have a caravan.
Jesus, one of Ohio's top 6 cultural centers.
Not just anyone, a Winnebago.
Winnebago, eh?
Yeah.
Where did they find you?
Switzerland. Cherry Winnebago.
Really? Which of the 3 official languages of Switzerland do you speak?
I have never been to Switzerland.
Yes. I see. You're going to need to put a little more effort into your covers so they don't be penetrated that easily.
Ah, that's right. And we haven't met yet. You are Nick.
I'm not sneaking anything past you there, Patty.
That's what they told me. I'd meet Nick.
Oh, good. Who was they again who told you?
The phone.
The phone. And who was on the other end of the phone?
It was a text.
You're so close to getting this. Who sent you the text?
Someone with Tums.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you from now on, if that's all right.
That seems like a reasonable solution.
Okay. Nick Krieger.
Yeah, I'm Bruno Hamilton.
That's
Nice
quite
to
a grip
meet
you've
you.
got there, Bruno. Jesus.
Sorry about that. So,
His hand does all my favorite things.
I'm not super excited about this assignment. I know a lot less than I usually do when I come into a project. So
Well,
I'm hoping
welcome.
you can
But the
enlighten
money
me
was
here.
really good.
So
Really
what
good.
do you do exactly? I've already got, this guy's been a bit
Oh,
close to
well, you know,
taking a few too many shockwaves.
it's a gig work economy, you know. So I do a bit of Uber.
Yeah, that's in
Some
the Winnebago.
yeah. Why not?
Well, you will deactivate your profile while we're traveling from Cincinnati to New York, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be picking up fares on the way, if that's what you mean.
That's exactly what I mean.
No, I won't.
We don't need
I'm
to
a
do that till
professional,
next
sir.
week.
I'm a professional. So I drive.
Well, we want to get there early, and of course there's a safe house we want to hit on the way. Now, was the safe house in Cincinnati, or was that in New York?
Yeah, it's along the road, just a random little podunk town along
That's
the way.
going to make it a lot easier. Okay.
Program safe houses, you get the feeling, don't happen to be generally in well-populated areas.
I wonder why. All right. Well,
You don't have a lot of gear.
Oh, and
This particular one seemed important to Jebediah.
I'm a
That's
bit,
why you
of
found the memory so easily.
a bit of a computer nut. I'm a big fan of Diablo 2.
which class?
I guess, remedial English. And I do a bit of demolition work. And I don't smoke. Cigarettes. Crack a bit.
We'll need to get some face masks and filters for the Winnebago.
Oh, and some crack.
I've got a Lexus out back. If you'd rather take that.
That'd be fine.
It
Patty,
doesn't have a lot of room for luggage, but if we can, he can take it. You can take your car. We'll take mine.
Oh, I don't have a car. I have a Winnebago. I thought I made that clear.
A
I'm sorry.
Winnebago. Sorry. Yeah.
We'll take there's plenty of room. We can all sleep there. It'll be like a big slumber party. We can stay up late and drink and talk about boys. No? Okay.
You tried.
Lexus is good.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
You take a Winnebago, that's what I'm saying.
We'll
more room
we'll
for your
caravan
equipment
with
in
you.
All right, I won't bring along any crack cocaine.
You specified crack cocaine.
I won't bring along any crack amphetamine either. I don't think that's a thing. If it was, I would have smoked it by now.
What is the base
That's gonna be a long
amount of
mission.
drugs you need to remain functional, yet not go overboard and not shut down?
Oh, I'm self-sustaining, mate.
Oh.
Purely a recreational user of everything.
How many teeth do you have?
All of them. -3. So, 28.
We're going to get along just fine. All right.
You leave the disreputable coffee shop and pile into the Lexus, the Winnebago, or both?
I
I get in the
Let's
driver's
have the
seat of the
Winnebago
Lexus.
run blocker for us. You have seen Smokey the Bandit, right?
Yeah, that's just... I hate driving by myself and thought we were going on a road trip together. I was pretty excited about it. It's fine.
You're going to have to be in the front if you want to take him to the safe house, or unless you want to give him instructions and ride with him, or...
Oh, no, that's right. You can stay on the phone. We can talk the whole time.
How about you follow, and I'll ride in the Winnebago.
Or I have a tow hitch.
You're not towing my Lexus.
Well, I thought you'd tow me, but fine.
As you set out on the road, it becomes painfully obvious to you that Bruno does not like to drive fast, and he's like 15 under the speed limit, lagging behind you more and more and more. Stops in an inordinate amount of time at every stop sign.
Bruno, we only have 168 hours.
But you have not seen driving this terrible pretty much ever.
I mean, it's not the Carter
Hands at 2
administration.
and 10.
We don't have to conserve gas anymore. You're not sticking it to OPEC.
And you know, I heard that the faster you go, the less gas you spend.
By the time you're about 5 hours in, you've now pulled over in the Winnebago 6 times, waiting for him to catch up. This looks like it could take some time to get to New York in this fashion.
I was looking
Or
for-
even this safe house.
You know, my engine has a governor on it, so I can't go above 70. Just saying. He's very slow.
It's very slow.
It is not keeping up with the Winnebago. It is.
While we're waiting for the Lexus to catch up, I'm going to try to track down the number that's been texting.
You do know a guy that's good with computers.
Oh, yeah, the back of the Winnebago looks like a police surveillance van.
Jesus Christ,
He is
Patty.
fully loaded with high-tech equipment for surveillance, hacking, you name it. It doesn't look anything like the dingy yellow outside.
It's off-white.
Awful white.
See
Awful.
why I need the money. What do you think your chances are of getting through the block on the number that's been texting us? Me in particular.
Takes some doing, but it's just a cell phone.
Well, we got some time.
Yeah, it'll be a bit
You
before
want
we
to go ahead and
catch
give
up.
me a computer's roll while you wait?
Sure.
Or
and-
any other
and-
role you
and-
might think is relevant?
And in true computer hacker fashion, I'm going to be typing on the keyboard the entire time.
Oh yes, because
it's
that makes a
movie.
difference.
That doesn't do anything. Just run the damn
No, that
script.
makes a difference, man. It really does. I've seen all the movies.
Let me guess, it's a black screen with green characters going up and down, big flashing access denied.
No, that's just my screensaver.
Okay.
I got a 5. I'm doing well. I beat my computer score by 11.
It begins tracing the number back, bouncing it off of several satellites. To a made-up number, it doesn't exist. It's not in any cell phone directory. No company owns it. The number does not exist.
I even tried calling it.
Would that mean it's coming from...
Nowhere. It means it's coming from nowhere.
Well, it's coming from beyond, is what that means.
Beyond what? Ah, the
At that
whistling
point,
mountains
Bruno
of-
pulls into the pullout,
Oh, there he is.
catching up to you finally.
Go out, knock on the window.
I just attacked a cell phone from a mobile rig while you were catching up.
How about you load the
That sounds
Lexus
good.
onto the hitch?
What'd we find?
That you're slow.
I think I figured out why.
We're going like
These
800.
flat tires, and I shoot both his tires. It's these rural Pennsylvania roads, man. You got to watch out for the bumps.
Okay, they paid me well, but not this well. What are you doing?
Probably should have been driving slower. Here, let's hook you up to the hitch.
You call your AARP and just tell them to pick it up here. You can ride in the Winnebago.
AAA, not AARP.
Oh. What the hell do I know? I already established I can't fucking read.
Furious, you climb into the Winnebago. Just at about midnight, you pull down the driveway of where you have the memory of a safe house being. It shouldn't be occupied.
Maybe not down the driveway itself. Like, are we talking?
You're in
like,
very rural Cincinnati. The driveway is probably a mile and a half.
We're still in
rural
Cincinnati.
Ohio. Sorry, very rural Ohio.
Is it, which side is Cincinnati on? Is it?
Cincinnati is on the south of
Cincinnati's on the
Ohio.
south of
Southern
Ohio.
tip.
Oh God.
So you're in rural Ohio still.
Yeah.
Very
Confederate
rural.
flags.
Heading
right?
northeast.
Yes, Confederate flags.
You were a Union state.
I've been driving 40 years.
Know your history.
Mile-long driveways. Unmarked. No mailbox. But it's the same as the image in your mind.
Okay, we're almost there. Overlaying this. Take the sunglasses off, goddammit. It's dark.
Oh,
Now, you said you
get a
did not want to
prescription,
go up
but I'll
the
be happy to
driveway,
take
you
them
want to
off.
stop
I
here.
want to stop. Well, I want to get a sense of surveillance. Like, I don't want to drive up a driveway. I was like, "Hey, safe house. We're an unrecognized."
Pull
vehicle."
into it a little bit, and you're right at the beginning of the
We turn the
driveway.
lights off. I'll turn the lights off. Why am I whispering? I don't know.
Yes. They can't hear us outside of the car, the engine of which is deafening because of your lack of a muffler. You can speak at normal volume.
Yeah, see, the way you condescended there, that was amazing.
Yeah. All right.
You recall this just being a simple house with
What
an
is there
interesting basement.
Is there anything visible in the distance, or we have a lot of grounds to get
much
through?
like
You've probably got about 3/4 of a mile to cover, but most of it's fairly flat and open ground.
I bet it was advertised with panoramic views, acreage, great for expansion and kids.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Real shithole then.
Absolutely.
Southern Ohio. Southern Ohio is Kentucky's North Korea.
Well, you're technically in northern Ohio now. So, I mean,
Oh, we've been driving since then. Okay. Same true.
We've made it to
Substitute.
Youngstown, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
man. I hope we get to Toledo by disco time.
Toledo's in the west.
Yeah, it is.
Who cares? It's Ohio.
you know, I'm not really familiar with the geography. It's one of the few states I have never traveled to nor intend to travel to.
I used to live there.
There's good people there.
Yeah.
Not much else. But lots of
Wonderful
good people.
Just not on my list, you know, Ohio.
Sorry,
Why?
I'm used to living in a contributing state, so. Anyway, so yeah, let's get
Your
to
presence is marvelous. There's someone that is snarkier than me.
You made this a Nick-centered episode, dude. I can bear most of the brunt of the consequences.
Excellent.
All right, so as we go through this northern Ohio wasteland, this southern Michigan shithole, what do we see as we approach the house?
It seems empty, and apparently there's no lights on, no porch light on as you get closer.
Size of the house? What are we looking at? Like
Probably like a 1,800 square foot house, a decent sized house for a family.
multi-level?
Single floor. But you know that there's a basement that wasn't there when they built the house.
I know there's a basement here that wasn't here when they built the house.
You have vague memories of
Because
this basement.
Zillow, that's how.
You have vague memories from Jeb's head of this basement and the 4-digit code to get into it.
This is a sex dungeon. I am drinking Everclear.
Oh yeah, no, that'll loosen us up for the act.
What?
The house is dark and quiet.
Okay.
Do we have concerns? Is there security out here? What's our...
Well, let's ask the computer expert. Is there security out here? What can you get us from your...
Let me just see. Oh, wait. I look. Are there is there a lot of security?
Maybe.
Don't see anything obvious. There's not even an ADT sticker.
Well, I mean, I look harder than that.
Give me a perception.
Using my investigation.
Tell me what you're doing. Investigation? All right, give me an investigation roll then.
7 out of 14, so...
Snooping around doesn't seem like there's anything. It just looks like a house.
All right.
Phone lines, power lines, no cars, no furniture on the porch.
All right, rock through the window.
Check the action of my pistol. It's just a
Noise is pretty loud from the glass shattering and breaking.
Door open quietly.
This is more fun, and it brings out anyone who's inside.
And remains quiet after the glass shatters.
Your turn.
Go check the door.
It's locked.
Oh no, if we only had a way in.
Good solid deadbolt on it too.
Nice. Okay, I go in through the window that is broken.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
There's broken glass on the ground.
Open the door.
See, the reason I broke the window is because I assumed the door would be locked with a deadbolt. So if there was some other way of getting into the house, we wouldn't have to go through the door.
Good planning. The inside of the house.
Mastermind.
Who exactly is it that whose agency, what organization owns this safe house?
The program.
I don't know who that is.
Then I tell you no more.
Excellent.
The inside of the house, though it has a thin layer of dust from a lack of occupancy, looks like one of those show houses that you pull into that is set up by like the homes company with the prearranged furniture. And it's very obviously never been used as an actual house, but man, does it look like a great house.
Fake grapes on a bowl.
Yes, everything down. So someone could just walk in and pretend to have afternoon tea like it was normal and they've been living here forever.
Where's
Great
the picture
safe
of
house.
Jesus?
Above the mantle.
Of course. You are in Ohio still.
All right, check the fridge.
Empty.
Check the cupboards.
There's some glassware, you know, the basic stuff, but nothing.
Okay, so there's nothing perishable in the house. Check the bathroom and look for any consumables, toilet paper.
There's, you know, the stuff that doesn't go bad, toilet paper, there's some basic soap, some simple stuff. A very well-stocked first aid kit in the bathroom.
All right, and anything along the lines of security system?
You haven't seen anything, and you're pretty trained at this sort of thing.
Yes, I am. All right. So I have a memory of a basement. Did we see anything that would indicate stairs going down?
You think you accessed it from the master bedroom when you were in Jeb's memory.
Is the master bedroom upstairs or downstairs?
There's a 1 floor, so it's
One
all
floor.
downstairs.
Okay. Well.
But there's no stairs when you walk into the master bedroom.
Okay.
There's a nice one of those closets with the 3 sliding doors that they put in really cheap homes.
All right. I pee around the rim of the house and listen for liquid going down. The rim of the room, I mean.
Oh, you know, over by the closet. It runs down.
Wait a minute.
What the hell is going on here?
He's peeing around the house. Yes.
It was a long trip. Okay, so I go to where the sound of the, I learned this from the Goonies.
Sliding open the closet door. There's nothing hanging in the closet, but there's a set of stairs that go down.
Ta-da!
Yeah, but I don't want to walk on those stairs. I mean, you just pissed all
Yes,
over.
they are now have pee running down them.
And anyone who comes after us will slip. We have the tactical advantage because we know the stairs are damp.
You're pulling my chain, right?
Of course.
You're like a Batman villain.
At the bottom of the stairs is a simple metal
They
door
call
with
me
a
One
keypad.
Face. One face.
Simple metal door with a keypad next to
Because
it.
of my face, and I have one of them.
You seem to recall the 4-digit keypad. Do you enter it?
What did I remember it as?
4735.
That's the one. Beep, 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 beep.
The door slides open.
Step aside.
There's assault rifles, grenades, all the stuff that a tactical team might need, and many, many more. You name what you need of that nature, and it's probably in there.
Bruno. It wasn't road damage. I shot your tires. And because of that, I think it's only fair that you pick first.
That seems reasonable. What exactly is the mission we're going on?
Yes. We're going to New York.
You were hired to assist this gentleman in finding some people.
Right, I just don't...
There's a lot of hardware in here for
I'm
finding
not used
some
to,
people.
you know, hand grenades.
You're
or
pretty
finding
sure
people.
somebody
This
is
a pretty good
not
mission,
telling
though.
you everything.
Don't know who it could be, though.
Like, everybody is not telling me everything.
But you've also been doing this a really long time, and you're used to that being part of operations sometimes.
All right.
Okay, I take out the phone. I take pictures of the area. I go back outside. Take a picture of the house. Take a picture of the staircase. Take a picture of the room, and I text them to the number.
Excellent.
What should we take? Anything in particular? We're burning the place down when we're done.
We are? Sorry.
There's no response on the number. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, not a single response.
Well, he's gone. I'm taking...
I send them a Farmville invite.
Still nothing.
Oh, asshole.
While he's doing that, I'm going through, taking a few select items and dismantling them, checking them out, seeing which ones
There's
are
all kinds of great, wonderful military hardware.
condition that the
Yeah,
hardware
all
is in.
pretty decent
oil,
stuff. Most of them are
etc.
packed and bagged in oil, so they're ready to go.
Nice.
Nice.
Pardon me, is there anything in here that is anachronistic or out of the era?
No, it's all pretty modern, you know.
Modern, so it's like nothing here is from a different verse?
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
But it is all prime equipment if, say, you wanted to outfit like a 12-man tactical team to do some serious ass
Serious
kicking.
damage, all right.
This is set up for it. They could roll in, grab everything they need, and roll right back out.
Take a little bit of everything and load up the tell them to load up the Winnebago. Actually, then I'll take them aside. So I get the sense you like to blow things up.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a couple of ways that we could do this. Just dealer's choice, where I let you do your thing. But that signals pretty clearly to the people who we're trying to avoid that their place has been compromised.
Okay, how compromised do you want their place? I understand you want it burned to the ground. That's dumb.
What I was thinking was...
Like, do you want federal agencies here looking at the place?
Specifically, what I would love is if you could trigger it so that the next people who come through the door into the armory...
Oh, no, I was gonna booby trap the shit out of it anyway.
Do your thing, man.
Cool.
So we begin constructing some booby traps then? Mm-hmm. There's plenty of ordnance inside there for you to use, so you don't need to supply any of your own. You go ahead and give me whatever you think could be a relevant role, like maybe demolitions.
I think demolitions is
example.
probably the way to go. That seems...
And if you'd like to link it to that computer keypad, give me a computer's role as well.
I will. It's gonna go right to my phone.
Excellent.
So maybe set up another burner phone up at the corner so I can tell when they're arriving as well.
Fair
I
enough.
can hook that right up to the power through the window that's broken. I do love phones. My demolitions roll is 12.
Excellent.
And my computer's roll is 4.
All right.
You set up the charges pretty decently. While you're in wiring it to the keypad, there's a silent alarm in the keypad. It's going off.
Oh, we got company.
Oh, how soon will they arrive?
Oh, any minute now, I imagine.
All right.
Shit.
Oh, well, I mean,
I'd get in the Winnebago, though. Back door opens up, or the sunroof is available with a seat if you want to pop out and shoot folks, but we better get driving.
have you bulletproof this thing?
It's armored. I wouldn't call it bulletproof. It's bullet resistant.
Like my jacket, except with water.
Yes, it is water resistant as well.
Shoot.
I load up like I'm joining SEAL Team 6 with a helmet, night vision goggles, binoculars, start
All right.
strapping on, throw a couple of machine guns to my back.
Dibs on a flak jacket.
You don't need...
Bruno looks like he's about ready to deploy to Fallujah.
Jesus, Bruno.
We got people coming.
You look pretty comfortable in that.
Well, yeah.
Definitely not his first time handling a saw.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tactically, let's see.
Are you waiting around? You getting in the Winnebago? And
I'm not
driving
taking any
off?
guns. I'm just taking, I take a few extra supplies
Ah,
I take a bit of everything I need,
in case we need to supply some.
which I don't know what that is yet, so I'll just wing it.
it'll be, yeah, wing it. I assume Nick is smart enough to pack a good tactical bag.
Oh, yes.
Other than that, it's just the old 44 and the sawed off.
I load myself up like I'm going into the bank scene in the Matrix, and then load a duffel bag with additional equipment that I sling over my shoulder and head.
You pretty much clean out half the armor yourself.
That's what I'm going for.
You have enough ordnance to start a war in a small country.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Maybe even a medium-sized country.
Okay, Bruno. I'm going to drive very fast now.
Oh, that sounds pleasant.
Sorry, just thought you'd like to know.
I
Okay.
appreciate that.
While they're
Let's get
getting
some
ready,
seat
I
belts.
will wait till Bruno's in. So just give me 2 minutes. I rig the Lotus to explode,
Okay.
and I rig the trail hitch to release
Okay.
by remote.
Oh, you mean
on
the
my,
Lexus.
On my
Lexus?
phone.
Okay.
What did I say?
Lotus.
The Lotus. The Lexus.
All
Whatever.
right. So the Lexus
I
is
wouldn't
now
let
a
you do that
bomb
to a Lotus.
So basically, I'm turning the Lexus into a
More
bomb that
expensive.
I can release
with
and
another
detonate.
charge to snap detonate the hitch.
Exactly.
I
Okay.
can set that up for you, lickety split.
Yeah, but I enjoy my work so.
Good, good, good.
All right, give me a relevant skill roll that you have on there for Nick.
Yep.
All right. You're not sure what he did, but he was back in a flash.
All right.
And you're down the road dragging the Lexus in the Winnebago again.
Yep, best getaway vehicle ever. The Winnebago is a true workhorse.
I'm assuming you do not stop and drive through the night as trained operatives. Going a couple days without sleep's not such a big deal.
Well, it depends. How fueled up were we?
We
Decent.
probably, yeah, stopped for gas right when we got into the little town or whatever that we're in.
All right, let's have some Twinkies.
We don't have anyone on our tail. There's
No,
no
you
sign.
with
as
no
we
headlights
pull
behind
away.
you or anything as you pull out. Get down the road, back onto the highway, and you're headed north-northeast.
Ah, look at that.
York again.
Home free.
Nothing.
All right.
As the sun begins to rise, give me a investigation or perception roll if you've got one. Anybody.
I made.
I got both of those. Is
Yeah.
there one you prefer?
Perception over investigation would be
I
preferred.
got 11, beat it by 3.
I failed my perception check by like twice.
You are still asleep when this happens. That's why.
Matlock was on.
needed
Puts
a
him right
nap.
out every time.
I need a nap, man.
You were pretty sure that there's an SUV following you. You weren't certain until a few minutes ago. And it's just been back there too long. I mean, maybe it's just somebody who happens to be going on a really long trip up the highway too. But in your past experience, that's not how things like this happen.
How wide is the highway?
It's 2 lanes. Two lanes
lanes?
both directions.
Both directions. Okay. Move into the right lane and slow down. Let him pass.
The tail? Oh, he's not going to pass, but okay.
I just want to confirm it's a tail first.
They breeze on by.
That's a common tactic. Follow from the front when you can. That's the rules.
Should we wake up Bruno?
Although the next time he passes an exit, I pull off. Right after he passes the exit.
Excellent. You pull off the highway.
But does that wake him up?
You woke him up.
It's a
Yeah,
quick-
yeah,
it's
you're
a
bumping, jarring.
Just
Your
rest my
glasses
eyes.
fall off. You were just having a wonderful, wonderful
What
dream.
the frack is going on?
Patty saw Golden Corral. Thought you'd be interested.
It's Patrick.
Also, we're being tailed. We think by an SUV.
Ah.
That apparently I would be too embarrassed to follow us if I got faked out by a Winnebago.
Did you see the plates on it?
Ohio.
It did have
Also not
Ohio
the
plates.
feds. All right.
Are you just parked off the freeway ramp then? Or?
I mean, I imagine there's a truck stop or a
Okay.
gas station. Like,
You're
Truck
pulled into a
stop.
gas
That
station.
seems like a good place to have a showdown. Why not?
You're pulled into a gas station right off the side of the highway.
yeah.
So we
and then
lose him?
but I try and keep my eyes on the road as much as possible on the highway as we're.
That little
we pull up.
SUV disappears out of sight ahead.
All right, I'm going to do a quick sweep.
Excellent. So, Mickey, you got any like a drone or anything?
It's
with a camera?
Patrick,
Thank you, Patricia. Have you got any-
and I do.
Of course. Maybe send that up. Take a look at
He
what's around
doesn't
us.
have the drone, but he's got this wonderful thing called, the U.S. satellite surveillance drone system. Surveillance, eyes in the sky.
It's practically the same thing.
He only has to borrow it.
All right, light it up.
Just a second.
Don't worry, they'll only execute him if they catch him.
Right.
It's just treason.
It's light tree.
So I'll run a search on that for the area.
Are you looking for that particular SUV or anything?
Anything just like it, actually.
Okay.
Anything that it might be part of a fleet of, for example.
Excellent. Here you go.
I mean, I'm still worried at any moment that the
6.
entire Winnebago is going to
Oh yeah, there are 3 in the area.
it might
There's
be
the
worth
one
it.
ahead. It went down just a little ways, and once it's out of sight, it has exited. You can see from the satellite overview view, and it's just waiting on an on-ramp to head back down. And there are 2 more, about 6 miles back down the highway behind you, coming this direction.
All right, so there's one up ahead of us waiting on an on-ramp. Good thing we have a, okay, well, so it should be,
So are we bugged?
Not done with the sweep yet. And I also am checking to see if they've put a tracker anywhere on us during that follow that I didn't
The
notice.
saw's got a bug in it.
The saw?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, give me that. Sorry. Sir.
Find it. Let's get it out of there.
can I see that drone? That and your drone now, please?
It's a short-range model. Somebody'd have to be within 50, 60 miles to pick up that signal.
Okay. Do you have an actual little flying, remote
No,
control
he's just
drone?
using satellite imagery
Okay.
from above.
Well, keep it or throw it away.
What are the other
We
vehicles?
keep
in
it.
this truck stop?
It's just a tracker, right? It's not listening to us.
Travelers, a couple of truckers,
How
a
bad
station wagon.
Look?
Not particularly. They look like actual real-world truckers, you know?
Any Trump bumper stickers?
Oh, yeah.
I put the bug in one of the Trump bumper sticker semis.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Excellent.
You are in Ohio. There's Trump bumpers.
We're
Trumper stickers, though.
going back to driving fast. This time we're gonna have company.
Good thing we're not driving a distinct vehicle.
Well, we want to lose it, right? How about we take a side route?
The
route ourselves
Winnebago
around
is
somewhere else?
America's wagon, sir. It is the heart of this country.
Forgive me for impugning the honor and integrity
It's
of
the only
vehicle.
shot some people have at retirement. You understand that, right? The great American dream ends
Or
when the
burnt.
job ends. The Winnebago has provided a service to retired persons throughout the country since its inception, sir.
I'm gonna go get some beer. You want something?
Absolutely.
Liam, what do you want? Bushmills? It's Bushmills, right? Or Jameson. I'm sorry, I don't know which is which.
Yeah, Guinness drinker.
Does it matter?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
All right.
I'll take the Catholic one.
SoCo?
Jameson, you get.
You purchased some alcohol.
Some alcohol,
From the truck
yeah.
stop.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly to deal with Patrick. What's your plan for these SUVs? They're getting closer in that satellite imagery.
Thanks
Maybe
for
only 3
pinch
miles
hitting,
out now.
team. Y'all are great. Hashtag Team Metaverse now come up with something hilarious. Chat, you know you want to hashtag hack attack.
Oh, yeah. Northwest Odie. I know that guy. He used to come to this show a lot.
He did. Sounds really familiar.
See what I did there?
Interesting.
Okay.
So I say what we do is we head out, take a different route, take the first exit we can, and take another route so that we can try and ditch these guys. If the tracker's in the semi and they're not too close behind us, we should be able to lose them by
good.
going a roundabout way.
Although Nick has a point, visually we're distinctive.
Well, I
We're gonna have to
we
just,
take the Lexus.
We're just
but
gonna have to lure them in and take them out.
We don't even know who they are.
I don't care.
You want the feds all over us because we assassinate a FBI agent or something like that?
They're not
Are they
FBI.
feds? They don't look like feds.
Well, that we
Maybe
don't
you can
know.
find out.
Let's check into that.
How are you checking into that?
How about I drive while you check? We'll go an alternate route.
You start taking an alternate route? All right.
Yes.
Pulled off the highway, you start taking some back roads. It's going to slow you down on time, but it's going to be very difficult to predict your route. This is not the first time Nick has attempted to outmaneuver someone.
I beat my computer roll by 2.
It's enough. There are distinctly no major federal operations occurring in this area.
Got to pull up my map. I'm not too familiar with the participants.
So they may be spooks, but they,
They're off the grid if they are.
uh-huh.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All I'm saying is, do you want a tail or no? Do you want the tail or do you not want the tail?
The tail? What tail?
The one that, the people that are following us, do you want them
Looking
there?
up from your
no,
computers,
no.
you realize that he has taken you entirely off the highway. You're not sure where you are anymore.
Nice.
Looks like Zanesville?
Zanesville is apparently where you are.
Zanesville west on the 70? Do they say the here in front of highway names?
They don't.
They don't?
Just Highway 70.
Highway
Interstate
70
or Highway
from
70.
Columbus. Let's see, no, we were heading towards Cleveland. So wait a minute, let me see where we were. Oh, the state is so boring. I don't care enough. I'm not that much into character. Let's just keep going.
Excellent. You think that you have lost your tail.
Woo.
4 or 5 hours later, you've done a very circumspect route and gotten back on the highway heading north again. No sign of these guys behind you at all. You letting Nick continue to drive the Winnebago then?
Oh, if he wants to.
And what are
She
you
likes
doing?
to be handled by other men.
This wheel is enormous.
Yes, it
It's
is.
bus-like.
It
That's
is
what
very
that's what
bus-like.
the knob's for on the wheel. You can
hey.
that way you can go one-handed with.
And what exactly are you doing during this time period?
What do I need the other hand free for?
I'm tracking those SUVs.
I mean, the gun, obviously. Coffee, what's the other one?
Those SUVs, you track them, they go up and down the highway a few times, and then several more join in, and they're buzzing around like little bees all over the county.
They're all out looking for us now.
How many of them are there?
At least a dozen. Black, very, very suspicious-looking SUVs.
You know, we should have done. We should have put it in. No, I haven't revealed that yet.
So Nick, how much more can you tell us about
If
what
they-
exactly it is?
assuming that they work in a government protocol, they're going to be doing this for the next few hours and then deploying helicopters.
Look, if they were a government protocol, they'd have found us by now. They could have used that same network that you patched into. They're not government.
Nick does have a point there.
So no Apaches then.
Probably not, though. The farther we get from civilization, the more likely they are to hit us with force. Depends if they want to catch us or if they want to kill us.
Well, here's the question I got, Nick.
Well,
is
luckily for
it's-
us, we're heading towards civilization. Welcome to Kent, Ohio. Oh, shit.
Seems like this is about the time you start telling us a little bit about more what we're doing for our mission here. Because my question is, obviously, you're right. They're not government. We know that. But are they after us because they're looking for you? Are they after us because of what we took out of that safe house? Are they part of the larger mission? What exactly?
Bruno
are we
does have
seeking
a
for?
point. I mean, he's paid enough money for no questions asked, but
Well, there's a couple things it could be. One is they're following us because we raided their safe house, their supply depot.
Who is they?
I know them as the program, or maybe the founders. Very vague names.
Yeah, I have not heard either of those.
You wouldn't have, I don't think. Looking for friends of mine, other pilots,
Oh, you're a pilot?
in a manner of speaking.
Oh, I'm not such a bad pilot myself.
Oh, dear God.
What? No, I flew into war.
Which one?
The big one.
By mistake?
No. The war, you know, with the English.
How'd that go for you?
Is he pulling my leg?
I am.
Okay.
he was actually joking that time.
It's hard to tell.
No, it
because
is
sometimes-
impossible. Yeah, for you to tell. You're not sure about this whole Irish sense of humor
Thank you,
thing.
Jameson. How did you finish that already? Irish. Yeah, sorry.
It's breakfast time, isn't it?
You have MREs.
You are most of the way through the next day when you finally have to pull the Winnebago over and stop and get some rest. You have made a lot of miles, and you are not too far from New York. Kept up your surveillance on those SUVs. It was just like you said.
I
After a
napped
couple of hours,
intermittently.
they dispersed.
They wouldn't let me drive, so I got plenty of sleep.
Oh yeah, you've been working on some crossword
Otherwise, you
puzzles.
just would have done it while driving.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's been working on some crossword puzzles. He's gotten a few done.
That's why if you're only going 15 on the freeway and you fall asleep at the wheel, it's not nearly as dangerous as if you're doing 65. Just saying.
Shouldn't be allowed to drive if you can remember when there weren't any cars.
Just how old do you think I am?
I don't care.
80?
You're up again and driving around dawn and pull into a roadside diner to get some breakfast because you are not eating anything in his fridge.
Most of it's not food.
Yeah,
Can we find a Denny's?
could tell that.
Essentially,
Of course, you can
the
find
Midwest.
a
I was White Castle.
Isn't there a Shoney's around?
Cracker Barrel?
Hardee's?
It is the place I'm not going to advertise a name for by saying it, diner, on the side of the road. And no, it's not that diner for you guys watching
Not
at
Joe's
home.
diner.
Stop it.
This place says it still sells both steaks and shakes.
Well, let's go
pretty
try some of those
groundbreaking.
steaks. I bet they're great.
They're not
You're
too
about
bad.
midway through breakfast when a very distinctive
breakfast is
glass,
steak and shake.
very distinctive black SUV pulls into the parking lot right next to the Winnebago.
Are we done eating?
You're about halfway through.
I'm finishing my breakfast very quickly.
Oh, good. Light food for the coming fight and
Well,
athletic
shit.
display.
I brought in the Magnum.
A couple of men in not so smart looking suits climb out of the SUV, walk into the diner. They're trying to be slick, but they're totally eyeballing you.
We're over here! I point to other people as well. The
They
baseball team.
pointedly ignore you and sit down at a booth by themselves.
So do you want to do it here or outside? We've already ordered.
You got a different tactical
Should we just wait for you
strategy to
then, or
So I
is anyone else coming?
So this is not a covert operation then?
I'm getting that sense. You know, I thought you were the crazy one when we started this whole mission. Now I'm starting to think.
If you'll cover our tab, say nothing.
The bloke's making up organizations. The fucking outfit or the program.
Good on you.
I missed the Cold War.
We'll deal with you last. I can't back that up.
Well done. They continue to ignore you, though they're looking very nervous and uncomfortable. This is probably not...
Don't get the butter burger.
I look around at the other.
This is probably a
really heavy.
relatively new in their careers doing whatever this is that they're doing.
pretty young looking.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be easy. I look around at the other patrons. See how the other patrons are
It's,
reacting.
you know, families. They're made really uncomfortable by Nick's outbursts.
Hey,
But
Apologies,
most of them are
folks.
just doing what typical, you know, white Americans do and ignoring everything and
how
staring
long
straight at
before
their plate of
planning on
food.
running? Because I gotta take a monster shite.
I can keep him busy for at least 20 minutes.
Great.
How long does it take you to move your bowels?
Oh no, I had a lot of whiskey. It won't be long. And I make my way to the men's room
All right.
to take care of some business.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What? Just normal, everyday business. I'm not going to be hurting innocent people. That's not my game.
That's
3
my
weeks
game.
into
Patrick
Haiti.
heads to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Okay.
3 weeks into Haiti. 3 weeks into Haiti. 3 weeks into Haiti. Totally worth it.
This is getting worse by the moment.
I beat my stealth roll by 7, though.
Very well done.
So he sneaks away.
Patrick is gone.
Oh no, I went to the bathroom. I'm sneaking something specific into
What
an
exactly
area.
are you doing, Patrick?
Well,
He's taking a very sneaky dump.
I have to do that too. But I'm taking one of my burner phones because I keep many of them, you know, because they're great detonators. And I, you know, just putty it to the underside of the counter over by where our guys are standing. There's no explosives attached to it in any way. But it will, like, it is stuck with some scary looking putty underneath the counter, and it does beep really loud when I call it, which I have not done yet.
Understood.
And I come back.
Patrick comes back from the bathroom. The gentlemen still look uncomfortable. They've ordered coffee, but they're not really drinking it.
So, are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Hold on.
How did they find us?
You hear a loud beeping from across the diner.
What
out of the
did you
two
do?
gentlemen.
Nothing, man. We're gonna be fine. And then I get up and I run.
The two gentlemen get up from the
I
table
drop a
and,
couple 20s and run.
and tear off, leaping over the counter, knocking over coffee pots as you run out. And you are halfway out of the parking lot, burning out in the Winnebago when their heads pop up, eggs and ketchup splattered on them, and the phone's beeping in the diner.
Tip your waitress!
You've got a bit of a head start, but it's not going to last long.
Nope.
Good.
But we need to get on the open road.
You are on the highway
Road
again.
So how'd they track us down?
Well, they seem to have fairly unlimited resources, and we are driving a giant yellow bus.
It is a rather distinctive Winnebago.
It's a great, great, great vehicle.
If you had to guess, you would assume traffic cameras, surveillance cameras, the same ways you would track someone.
Yeah, I mean, we're not unfindable. Just
Okay.
Whoever they are, they aren't good enough to hit the satellites that you can get. Or they would have found you a long time ago.
Which means no security clearances.
Which again means not government.
Not government. So who are these guys?
It's like I said, the program.
Do you know what they do?
The
I
corporation?
assume it's one of two entities.
Are they international, or is this a corporation?
You could say international. Yeah, they have a wide reach.
Are they in with the Russians? Who are they working with?
Probably.
Corporation?
About 2 minutes later, you can see that SUV in the rear view mirror coming in pretty quick.
Oh yeah, here they come. Hey,
question for you. How's your insurance?
It's paid up. It's
Good.
You hear a very loud pop.
What did...
And the Winnebago kind of jumps forward for a second as though suddenly cleared of a burden.
Hopefully,
And in the
sit down,
side
put a
view
seatbelt
mirror...
on really quick.
hashtag hack attack will be soon.
Oh my.
Ooh.
It will be.
Oh my.
See, the central tenet, as the car is rolling back.
It's rolling backwards. You can see that the Lexus, objects in mirror.
The central tenet of Zen Buddhism is non-attachment, which is not avoiding material attachment so much as accepting that things
What
go
did you
away.
do to my car?
This.
Perfectly timed. What did you do to my car? It's wonderfully punctuated by a massive explosion.
Do they take out the SUV?
You're not quite sure. The mushroom cloud was big enough that you can't see the highway behind you, and it's black smoke.
Nick, not bad.
Be honest.
This was you?
In your expert opinion.
7.
Okay, thank you.
I got a frag grenade in the glove compartment.
Yeah,
Would you
here.
mind tossing that to me in a second? Nope. That.
Give
me
is
a
not
notice
the
check.
frag grenade.
Notice check.
Anybody?
Oh yeah, 4.
Oh damn! Can't hold it.
6, 11
It's
perception.
12. So.
Quite a bit distant, but even over the loud sound of the Winnebago, you can hear that telltale rotor sound coming closer.
Great, we got choppers. I grab a pair of binoculars, and first I'd look and see if I can tell if the SUV got taken out by my exploding car.
You gotta lean out of the Winnebago. The wind's blowing. It's very, very uncomfortable. You don't like it.
Highway helicopter fight. I dreamed of this.
Here, let me take care of this. I take out my.
The entire front of that SUV is not there anymore.
Worth it?
Yeah, Bruno.
Your Lexus is, well, some scrap metal.
I checked to make
Yeah.
sure you were insured.
Yeah, I appreciate
You did. And you no longer have a hitch on your Winnebago.
That's all right.
I'll pay for both of those.
You already did.
Not
man.
yours though. Okay,
You're good.
Fair enough. I take this.
You can make out the helicopter. It's coming in low, fairly fast from the southwest.
I take.
I'm gonna pull out the sniper rifle that was in the gear bag and start setting it up.
All right, start assembling it.
Plenty of room on the roof.
I would take out the sniper sight and look and see if I can make eye contact with with the pilot.
There's still a ways out, but you can see his helmet and his faceplate on. There's definitely a pilot, a co-pilot, open sides, and tactical team in the back.
Very good. The moment I can, I burn my Nick buff to use Tedley Bear and commandeer the hostile target who's flying the helicopter.
What happens to... Okay.
All
Right.
right.
Go on, screensaver. No dicks on my face.
Nick's just sitting there motionless, watching
kinda
the
goes-
helicopters. You are now in the pilot's seat
All right.
of the helicopter.
Confirm location of backup.
Back up en route.
I need visual.
6 vehicles approaching from the southwest.
Hey,
All right.
Bruno.
I crash into the vehicles heading from the southwest.
Hey, Bruno. I think Nick's dead.
Nick sits solid. 2-3 minutes, you snap in front of him, and then suddenly he's back.
I do draw a dick on him.
Do? Okay. Suddenly he's back.
The hell is that?
Yeah. He did.
It was Bruno. You can tell because it's circumcised.
You're pretty sure that
That's good penmanship.
the
right?
helicopter just dipped down out of sight and then crashed for no reason whatsoever.
You're really good. Did you do the decals on your own Winnebago?
I did. Why?
You're really talented.
Oh, thanks.
Your line work especially.
Oh, well, I mean,
Did you do that?
Yeah,
How?
I'm a pilot. And then I wipe the stuff off my face.
brother, I am a pilot.
Not like I am.
That was some freaky fucking close encounters kind of shit, right?
In a manner.
Did you really do that? Or did you call someone and just take a nap?
Who the hell are you?
Nick Krieger.
What the hell are you?
A pilot. We've been over this.
What did you just do?
Well, clearly not a fucking helicopter pilot.
I convinced the pilot to crash.
From here. By sitting there and not moving.
Oh, I wasn't here. Would you accept that I am not allowed to tell you because of a government clearance?
I got a pretty high government clearance. I think probably higher than you do. I don't think this is some government shit.
It's worth a try.
No, this is some wicked Black Ops shit. I bet you're like a Navy SEAL or fucking Delta Force or like a fucking A-team. You could be on the A-team. Oh, you could be a fucking X-Man, mate.
That's actually closer to the thing. I have a friend who can punch a hole in walls.
All right, I got.
Man, like a...
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Hashtag Nick Buff.
Oh! Thank you, chat. It is a day later when you're pulling into the outskirts of New York City.
New York City?
Get a rope.
Get a rope. Yeah, they don't make salsa here. Moving on. Receive another text from your anonymous contributor. Just an address. Right here in the city.
Here's some more for that hashtag hack attack.
Where in the city? Which borough?
Oh man, I don't pull a Chris Odie. I don't know New York, so at X Street and Y Street.
X Street and Y Street? Holy crap, that's right next to Z.
Exactly.
Mother.
All right.
A rather residential neighborhood.
That's a residential neighborhood, so it looks like we're going to be in one. Okay. So, you going to harvest my crops or what?
What?
Again, you get no response.
Where are we going, mate? We made it to New York.
I pull up the map. Point. Let me ask you: is there anything ringing your bells about this area?
Just a house in a residential area.
You can buy crack over there.
It is a few blocks from where you could buy crack. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like, covert stuff and, safe houses, things like that.
There have been, yeah, lots in New York, and here's particularly. That address doesn't ring any bells to you at all.
Yeah, this is not a part of town I've been to. I'd guess some sort of safe house, something like that.
But it's definitely a house. The address is most certainly a house. The wonders of MapQuest or whatever technology you decide to use.
When helicopters aren't enough. Hashtag hack attack.
So here's a question. Do we
Wait, what?
When helicopters aren't enough. Hack attack.
Okay.
Did we make it? Oh, we're so close.
Very close. Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. I'm not concerned.
Here's a question for you.
They have to hit me on my first day.
For me.
Yeah, Oli. Are we Ollie? Oliver?
Patrick.
Right.
Patrick Lanowitz O'Kelly.
Excuse me?
Lanowitz O'Kelly.
Lanowitz O'Kelly. Okay, so...
I'm half Polish.
I see. One of the basic rules of creating an alias is to not have the name call attention to itself. Like by having a Polish, Jewish, Irish name. That's memorable, you see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's his alias.
Oh, dear God.
No, that's my name.
I believe you, Patricia.
Patrick.
Yes.
What a stunning revelation.
Some of that Jameson for you? Here.
Yeah, I've had plenty.
No, I need some.
Oh, right here.
Thank you. All right. So it looks like it's another residential area. Can I, any visions from my time in Jeb's Head?
Nothing from there.
All right. Anything from any of my previous jumps?
There's something really vaguely familiar, just tugging at the back of your memory, but not quite.
We got a moment, I need to meditate.
Okay.
I meditate, go back as far as I can.
Give me a mind roll.
I narrowly missed it by 12.
You just can't remember it. It does seem like
it's only a plus 10,
like
right?
that.
It's only a plus 5.
It's like when you just can't think of the name of some person. It's right there. You know that you know it, but you just can't remember.
When he took over the helicopters, he like the same kind of status?
Not at all.
No, it's just okay. He looks like a normal person meditating, not.
There's a little more motion and movement. Like, that was like frozen like a statue when he was
I still
staring.
stare at him and kind of watch him the entire time that he's meditating.
Watch for falling objects.
It's a different thing.
Can I tell he's staring at me?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to know my secret?
He's always angry. But wrong movie, sorry.
Moist your eyes. Cocoa butter. Seriously, I was dead for a while.
It's a good tip.
Anyway, let's go to the location. I'd say drive around the neighborhood first. Try to get a sense of what kind of neighborhood it is.
Fairly residential, but
It's
it
Christmas
changes
time
very
in
quickly.
Hollis, Queens. Okay.
It changes pretty quickly from being nice to not so nice on a block.
Like
fairly quickly.
squalid or like.
But
people
nice,
just
probably.
hanging out?
I wouldn't say middle class, but almost middle class might live there.
Ripe for gentrification.
Yeah, ripe for gentrification. Very
Want to
much
go to a
so.
Starbucks and beat up some assholes first?
But also very old construction as well.
Oh, so it's going to be the loft-dwelling people who come here and rip the stuff out of the buildings and put up artists.
Wait, are we
Yes.
here? Are we here to stop gentrification? Keep this place from becoming another Brooklyn? Oh, I'm here to fight with you, brother. But that's not really what we're doing, right?
I mean, that does seem like a.
I mean, how many days did we have? How much time do we have left?
Within the week was what the.
Within the week. Let's check. Let's put a pin in that.
Saying you got my services.
It was
for a
pretty
couple
vague,
more
and again,
days.
it's putting faith in. So far, the information's been reliable, and whoever this was did help get you out of Founder's custody.
That's true.
Somehow. So, if they're playing you, they are certainly engaging in the long game to
Very
do
long
so.
game. Okay.
But now that we're in New York, we can widen our search net a little bit.
That's my
Quite a
point.
bit so.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to take that opportunity, if somebody doesn't mind driving, not you.
I love this. This is great.
You want to drive a Winnebago around a residential area town?
Yeah, he's just doing loops
He's
around
actually,
the block.
that might be our guy for that.
Yeah,
We need to be slow. There are children present.
He's actually doing a really great job at it.
Nice.
Super. So, investigation and computers?
Yes, please. Give me them all.
So
Everything.
Bruno, what's wrong with kids these days?
6 and 2,
Oh, let me tell you about what's wrong with kids these
could be
days.
computers
I got
by
a list.
8, and investigation is 5
I'm
and
gonna
9.
start with
14.
those
I hit it
Mandy
right
Candy
on.
Starbucks coffee
I'm going to
drinks,
use
let
my
me tell
plus
you.
5 that I get today
Excellent.
to go ahead and
drink
beat that by
coffee?
5
Drink
because
coffee.
All right, that
I
makes
would-
a significance. Patrick is able to look at some various titles and transfers and coming and trace ownership of said property. And while it doesn't have a name, the company that's attached to, you know, as a subdivision of it's a front company for the founders.
For the founders. Okay. This is good. You are good at this.
Yeah. That's why people put up with my personality.
Not the hardest.
He's not wrong.
There's a guy you remind me of, and you're kind of on par with him. He's good. I like him.
Good.
I like you too. If I want to join a cribbage tournament.
Oh, no, he'd take me. I can tell.
Oh yeah, this man pegs like pegging in cribbage. I mean.
I figured that's what you meant.
Okay.
Really more of a poker bridge kind of guy. But
Well, peggers are often pokers, I hear.
Still like you. I still like
I
you.
don't understand half of everything he says.
That's all right. Just
Definitely founders owned.
Founders Zone. All right. Well, let's. What is its position on the street? Like dark.
About
corner?
midway. It's
Midway?
really what just screams safe house to you.
All right.
Grandpa, give me your phone.
Hardest thing is going to be trying to find parking in New York for a
Yes,
Winnebago.
particularly for a Winnebago.
Oh, no. I have a handicap sticker.
Not so hard anymore.
I'm disabled.
I believe you. Okay, shall we? Oh, you wanted to...
Phones.
before.
I need your phones.
It's on his passport, but if you believe that, he's also Nigerian.
I am. Royalty, in fact.
You're the one that sent me that email.
Yeah, so I'm going to hook the phones together
Okay.
just to make sure that they've been getting from the same number that doesn't go anywhere to anything.
Yeah, it's just going out into space. In fact, you're pretty sure when he's responding and sending messages that they're
But
just
who else is it sending?
going.
Who else is it sending messages to? And that's what I'm trying to find out.
Ah.
Any names that keep popping up? That's all I want. Like, yeah.
A single number does keep popping up.
A single number?
A single number keeps popping up that it's linked to. A single other phone number outside of yours that has been in contact with repeatedly.
Ooh, caller ID.
It's again one of those hard to register ones, but tracing that to the owner of that phone that it's repeatedly in contact with is the same company that owns this safe house.
Interesting. So the calls are actually coming from
the safe house, or someone who owns the safe house.
I was going to say this paradigm.
What does that even mean?
It's a word people use. They don't really know what it means.
Oh. Well, then yeah. For sure.
All right, well, up to the front door. Also, we're more likely to be surveilled.
Everyone give me a notice check as you approach the front door.
I missed by a couple.
Missed by one.
And Patrick, a notice check, please.
10.
Well,
beat it by 4.
Hey, all right.
There's definitely suppressed gunfire going off inside.
We don't hear it, though. He hears it.
No, he hears it as you're walking up the steps to the door. But as soon as he points it out,
gunfire.
You can hear it. The distinct sound of suppressed weapons going off. Fully automatic.
Hack attack! Hack attack!
Okay, look for windows or side doors.
There's 2 windows on the front. A side door around the back, but you're not sure if it goes into this building or this like part of the building or the other side of it. Mm-hmm. They're kind of like attached residential structures.
All right,
but you can definitely hear that sound.
Try the front door, just like from the side. Is it unlocked?
Reaching to the front door, it's popped. Somebody has already very surreptitiously popped.
All right, flashbang.
The loud pop noise of the flashbang goes off, and we're going to roll some initiative now and get into combat, guys.
Oh, now you roll low.
Add your ACVs, your attack to your initiative, so you'll know what you get. And if you roll Mark, if you roll your action hero skill before, whatever you beat it by, you get to add to your initiative.
Oh, okay. So we'll do that first.
I would do that thing that makes you better.
Yeah. Oh, and of course I rolled really high for the action hero.
So. You want to roll really high.
Well, not on the action hero check. 19? Although I met it. So does meeting it count as beating it?
No.
Okay. So. And now I roll lower. So that's going to be 18.
18, okay. 18 for Bruno. And what does Patrick have?
23.
Patrick, you are first.
One of mine was a 10. He already threw in the flashbang, though.
Correct. It just popped. That's when we started initiative. It's boom. It's gone off. Whoever's in there has just experienced the unpleasantness of a flashbang.
Excellent. So, I'll take the breach since I've got.
As you push the door open, you can see that someone else did this just before you. Probably, 15 minutes, maybe. Mm-hmm. And across the living room, there are a group of guys in full tactical gear, really similar to what you stole from that safe house and have yourselves. And they are in an extended firefight with 2 other individuals who have tipped over a desk on the other side and are firing handguns over the top. There are bullet holes all over the walls, on the floor. You can smell the cordite. What are you doing, Patrick?
Well, like I said, I just breached into the room. They've got a bunch of guys in there. How many?
There are 6 engaging 2 that you can see right here. And there's definitely more gunfire going off in the building.
Right. There's 2, like, over on one side of the room?
Imagine that this was the door you came in as you're coming in. There's 6 guys, like, right to your left, engaging with 2 guys over there behind a desk. Their backs are completely to you. The only guys who might be able to see you are the 2 behind the desk, and they would have to stick their heads out from behind the desk that they're getting shot at.
Great. Well, I'm going to shoot one of them with my shotgun.
One of the gentlemen whose back is to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not, just in the back of the leg or something, from very close range.
Give me a shooting roll. This is close range.
And I'm splitting my action this round.
Okay.
So I'll be taking a minus to that roll.
All right.
I rolled a 5, though, so
Damn.
It is an excellent, well-placed shot directly to the side of his knee. He will probably never walk again.
Well done, Sean.
And for the second part of my
Screams
action,
in agony as blood sprays across the guy next to him. Following that up with what?
I am going to now attempt a demolitions roll as I activate my ability.
What horrible thing are you doing now?
I can if I make a skill roll during combat.
Yes.
And I don't have any meta points to spend, so I can't do anything really cool with it. But I can use my Pat Guyver to, on the fly, create an improvised explosive
This is true.
and target up to 4 people for 50 damage, which they cannot defend against.
This is also true.
So-
Is this what we are doing? You are
This is
blowing
what
up the
I'm
living
doing.
room.
Boom, and then this is as I like leap over the table to where those other guys are, and be like, "Hey lads, how are you?"
Opening the door, Patrick slides in, fires a single shotgun blast into the kneecap of one poor bastard, ruining him for life.
Randomly throws something
And while
out
his
of
friends
pocket.
react to this craziness of this insane Irishman with a shotgun on him, he tosses them something that you're pretty sure is definitely, yeah, that's an explosive.
That's a bomb. Get
And
down.
what 2 effects are no uses the 50 damage and not 2 effects?
50 damage plus 2 effects.
Plus
but
2
it's
effects.
Just, yeah, it's just the
What 2 effects are we going with?
armor penetration and extra damage.
They are a pink mist and a memory. The gunfight in this room is abruptly stopped, though whoever the other 2 guys are behind the desk, they're still blindly firing rounds.
Well,
Over the top.
Do I need like an athletics roll to get to that side of the table or anything?
No, you can easily cross the room and get to that side of the table.
Because I hop over to the other side of the table and I get down behind it with them and I go, "Clear!"
You are between 2 gentlemen on the side of the
Back
table.
out the front door.
Bruno, you will be after Nick. Nick's next. Nick,
Okay, so
you just watched Patrick do some insane shit.
surrender. Never mind. Hey, behind the table. It's
There's
Nick.
definitely more gunfire going on in the building. Sounds like below you.
Okay, I walk around. Look at the guys. I assume they're deaf by now.
They are most definitely, and they are very, very confused. One of them is pointing his gun really nervously at Patrick. The other one, seems to notice you. His ears are bleeding.
Okay, I point. Okay, I look at that guy. Where are the stairs, mate?
Oh,
That isn't gonna work.
that's what
They've
dead
both
cord's
been
for.
shot. They've both clearly also been shot.
Oh dear.
It's down below, right?
Well, that's where we hear the fire.
Yeah, you can hear gunfire from below you. There's a couple of exits out of this room besides the way you came in.
Why don't we
can just
breach
gamble.
let's breach a hole in the floor with some dead cord and drop Rambo in.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Point to those guys and
Okay.
I make
I mean, the
the
type of house it is, it's even if it's a concrete floor, I can burn right through that.
Well, being as you haven't acted this round, Nick, do you want to put the debt cord down?
Hashtag Patrick.
Of course.
All right.
Like this?
Nick will put the debt
Circle.
cord down.
Circle.
That we'll follow it by Bruno.
And tell the guys basically do the military signal for clear, evacuate.
Bruno. They appear to be rigging the floor with the idea of dropping you into the floor below.
So, essentially, what I've just witnessed is Patrick made sure to wing a person and not seriously
And then
him
killed
or
him.
injure him, and then
And then I
everyone
blew
else in
up
the room on that
everybody
side of the
else.
room. And then the 2 of them had a brief conversation, starting setting up a circular pattern of debt cord on the floor.
Yes, which they apparently plan to drop you through.
So my first thought is, there's probably a staircase somewhere.
More than likely.
Can I do a quick look around and see if I can find the way downstairs?
You can pick one of 2 ways out of the room. Straight ahead or to the right. One of them could be stairs, one of them might not be.
Can I make a covert operations
Yes,
skill
you
to take a
can.
guess? So, and I beat it by 1.
You're pretty sure the right will lead to
Someone's
stairs.
gonna right.
Which does. There are stairs going down.
And I'm gonna stealthily go down the stairs.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Your subject seems to be leaving as you're setting up the debt cord. Dude!
That'll do it.
Yes, I beat that by 10.
He's a
You start
fucking
creeping
ninja.
down the stairs. There's another gunfight going on down below. There's several more of those tactical team-looking guys laid out dead. Several people in various street clothes laid out dead. And the gunfight is occurring outside from where you can see from your vantage on the stairs. You're going to have to go all the way down to get any better view.
Okay.
It sounds hollow, almost like it's coming from inside of a tunnel or something. It's weird.
Okay. Is there cover if I do a roll into the room to get behind cover from where the gunshots are so I can...
There's a dryer you might be able to make it to.
Okay, I'm going to go for that.
All right, you make it down to the dryer while the gunfire is happening. We're going to go back to the top with Patrick.
How much do you weigh?
About 215.
Metric?
No, idiot. Oh, wait, so, hang on. I have this. Forget it. Why?
That's still, we both drop down if he's already gone, you know. I mean, it would be pretty cool if we both just landed in the middle of the room like a couple of fucking badasses with our guns out here. Not though, you can take the stairs if you like.
Do you actually have a Boondock Saints tattoo?
I don't like tattoos, I'm Jewish. We don't believe in that. I try and keep kosher as much as possible.
Connor, please. I go down the stairs.
As you reach the stairs and start going down, you can see Bruno's at the bottom, posted up behind a dryer. You can hear the gunfire. You see the same dead bodies laid out on the floor, very fresh. The blood's still pooling.
Okay, using, what would it be? I guess stealth. I want to see if I can determine where the circle of explosives is in relation to this room.
Right above where those tactical team dead bodies are. You would have landed right on top of the dead bodies.
I text him. I said, text him. You perfect placement. Blow it.
All right. Can I do the blade line?
I'd be pissed if you didn't.
Awesome. This is gonna be some Chris Christopherson shit. You just watch this.
We go Patrick, Nick, and we go to Bruno again.
All right, so I'm going to pop up, and I've established basically that Nick is all right with the killing of the people in the tactical gear.
He seems to be.
He infiltrated the house.
And he obviously didn't kill the other two, though they were shot.
Right, and so that seems to be fairly well established who I'm supposed to be on the side of and who I'm supposed to be helping out. So I'm going to pop up and try and track and take a couple shots at the nearest assailants.
All right.
So,
give me a combat roll for shooting.
All right. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna use my +7 so I can beat it by 7.
All right, that is enough. Now, are you using one of your weapons you started with, or are you carrying something from the Winnebago with you when you went in here?
I've got just my little 9mm that I got with me because we were coming in for investigation.
I thought so, but I was giving you the opportunity if you had maybe packed something else along. But
like maybe
thank
an
you
MP5
for
or
thank you for sticking to what you would have actually done in the situation. Yeah. It's a solid hit, but they're wearing body armor, so he doesn't hit the ground.
I'm going for headshots if they're in body armor. So.
Give me if you want a multi-action, you can fire a second shot if you wish.
If you make a action hero roll first, you can do it at no penalty.
That's true.
What's the penalty?
Usually the penalty is 2 for continuous action.
I still beat it by 5, so.
The first shot takes him down, falls to his side, and his head turns, and you get that second bullet right underneath the face guard. It's not coming out the other side, but it wouldn't be pretty inside there.
Yeah, ugly.
Nice grouping.
Thanks.
They are now aware of your presence, and it is their point in the initiative count. 3 of them are going to turn and fire at you, Bruno. The others are going to maintain their firefight with the other individuals in the room.
Just wait for it.
So they've all started shooting again, right?
Just wait for it.
Yes. Everyone has started shooting again.
Some more hashtag meta points for movie magic.
Yeah, we need some meta points for movie magic.
Very close on a couple of them, but the shots all hit around the dryer. Without that coverage, you would have probably just taken several rounds of ammunition into your body.
All right.
You could really use some help down here.
I'm thinking about the other side.
I'm right there. I can
Patrick.
Okay, placement. I'm right in the middle.
You are standing right in the middle of dead cord.
Oh, I've always wanted to fucking try this. Hold on.
We'll do our best, Larry.
We'll put the phone away after I dial the number, get the shotgun out, and the 44 Magnum in the other hand. 3, 2, 1.
The dead cord is a quiet pop, and then the floor just creaks for a second. You guys can hear some creaking over you, some dust falls through.
This is the best part.
I'm not really sure if that.
And then the hole comes down. Give me an athletics roll or some kind of a body roll or something. Anything. Yeah. In fact, you're going to need a body roll for the impact.
Yeah. Let's just call it a body roll. Oh no! No!
Oh my.
No!
I'm recording this for Crash.
Patrick blows through the roof, falls upon the floor, and the dead bodies covered in rubble.
Landed prone. Gun
Straight on his back. His shotgun is halfway across the room from him. He's coughing and
I
hacking
still fire
from
the magnum
dust.
from the lying position, not aiming it at anyone, just.
Firing random rounds off with the 44 Magnum
But I
handgun.
get the line out. I'm laying on the ground, dust. I fire off a shot from the 44 and at least pull the trigger, or at least would pull the trigger if I had a gun in my hand still. Catch you fuckers at a bad time.
Oh man, I had Snapchat on. Your face is a dog right now. It's really. Look at that.
I cough up a little bit of blood.
Nick,
What is the tactical situation now?
there are still 3 standing, engaging, and firing at Bruno. There are 3 more engaging people in some kind of a tunnel. There's a tunnel or hallway on the far side of this basement. Like for a rail car.
So there's 3 over here fighting people. Do they have a barricade?
Sort of. They've got like overturned furniture and shit. Those guys, I'm sorry about the foul language, everyone. The other 2 are in the tunnel are using the cart, like the little rail cart as cover behind it.
Okay, so there's 3 over there, 3 over here. Are the 2 groups of 3 near enough that they can communicate?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
One moment.
Stand by. Stand by. Please stand by.
Whenever you want.
I believe he's right.
You.
That's right. Watch out for
I
these
know you guys don't like me now. Thanks.
It's gonna be awesome.
It always is.
It could be.
Let me guess. Just going out on a limb here.
Oh, are we gonna guess what the hack attack was?
I'm guessing the Hudson River.
You would be lucky if that was the hack attack.
Yeah, if it's not a flood, it's.
But let's
it's
return that.
It's
What is
something
your
that
action going
shouldn't
to be
be
this
alive
time,
that
Nick?
is alive.
So my action's still assessing. Are the guys near the tunnel? Do they have grenades?
Looks like they're wearing some flashbangs on their. Yeah.
But not actual fragmentation
Have
grenades?
they stopped talking?
No.
They know. They've taken an inanimate object and they've animated it in some way. I guarantee you.
Of course, I challenged you.
Okay, so I'm not going to do the... I'm not going to do that, but...
Oh, I got you. Don't worry. It's coming.
I mean, to be fair, this one's better than a lot of them.
Are any of them more heavily armed than the others?
MP5s, handguns.
Okay.
They are vastly superior in firepower to the poor bastards that were already in the building.
All right, are any of them farther behind in the firing line?
The 3 that are engaging Bruno are farther back from the other 3. They're definitely the closest to you.
Of those 3, are any... Is there one behind the other 2?
Oh, most certainly.
Okay, I'll take him.
Once again, you will use Teddy to have people kill each other.
Yep, protect me. And then I mow down his friends.
So he goes.
Give me a combat roll for
What the shit?
that gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh my.
1.
Now, being as this is not an aspect I'm familiar with, do you tend to use their scores in something if you occupy their
That
body?
would be a question for him.
What was that?
Do I use their abilities or mine?
Would he
when
use
I'm hacking?
their shooting score in their body,
he
or
uses
uses his own?
He
shooting score?
uses his shooting score, but he gets bonuses if their body is higher.
Okay. I think Nick's shooting is better than theirs.
It is.
Okay. So it's your shooting score then.
Yep, okay. Bat, and then take aim at the next 3.
You do the multi-action, you can fire 2 shots
Yeah,
if
you can do
wish.
that. You can actually just do the full auto burst and take
Or
the
full
whole
auto
area of
burst,
effects.
then. In that case, that's a hit.
You mow them both down. Just bullets into their back. Kevlar doesn't matter. It's such close range. The effects are horrifying. The bones, the break. It is graphic. And the ones that miss,
explicit.
the ones that miss hit all over the dryer in front of you, Bruno.
So one of the three that
Ryusen just opens
engaged
fire
with
on
just
his
suddenly
buddies.
turns and takes out his two buddies.
The one that's standing behind the two, rather than directing his fire, just seems to readjust and unloads on his friends. Just fully automatic fire to the back. Sprays them both.
And he's catatonic, like
just standing there.
Just standing upright, like
Yeah, not even moving.
Yeah, I broomed
a
myself
muscle.
in the corner. Just
He's not even moving a muscle, just untwitching. Bullet-filled corpses hit the ground.
I am flabbergasted. Jesus, what?
The second question is, how long does he stay in body?
He usually does it just for a round or two, but he can maintain it.
He can maintain it? Okay, so
long
you're
enough,
still in the
long
body.
enough to kill the others if they don't
Excellent.
realize what's happening.
That puts it at your action.
Okay, so I figure out what's going on here, even though I don't understand how it's possible. So I'm going to turn to the other three
That have their backs to you?
that have their backs to me and attempt to just go line up for like the back of the neck kind of thing. Take aim and 1, 2, 3. Take out all three of them.
Give me that action hero check first to see if you can do that without penalty.
Whew! No, I can't.
All right, that's going to be a
Have you
penalty.
used your,
action
have you
hero.
used your bonus yet?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I used it to take out the first guy.
All right, that's still going to be at penalty, so give me 3 different rolls, 1 for each of the shootings.
Okay. So, made that by 1. Missed that one by 1. Good lord, I need some better rolls. And made that one by 4.
With precision marksmanship, Bruno puts a bullet in the back of 2 of their heads. The third one, just a little high, hit that helmet of his, sent him forward. Still alive. That puts it to him. Seeing his predicament, he drops his weapon in an attempt to surrender. As he does so, you hear blood-curdling screaming from the street outside.
Upstairs and outside?
Upstairs and outside, followed by a thunderous explosion.
The hell?
Is that one of yours?
No.
Kieran?
Patrick?
Sorry, Colleen.
Actually, I like Colleen. What is it?
You have to go back upstairs.
Oh, fuck.
The other
You are in a lot of pain. Go ahead and give yourself 10 damage.
I'll
just for that
take it.
fall.
I'll take it. I deserved it. Deserved it.
The soldier with the M5 says, "I'll check it out."
You head up the stairs. And he goes, this is really eerie for you. Just walks right by.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Nick.
Up the stairs.
Look at Nick. That's
you can
Nick's in him.
hear sounds like metallic movement in the street, and then you hear a voice. You kids shouldn't be selling crack cocaine in my neighborhood.
It's the neighbors in it. I'm gonna go over to the guy that surrendered and basically pull out a pair of handcuffs and take him down.
Hey, up there, soldier fella. Is there a... Did someone say they're selling crack out there?
Go outside and...
The Winnebago is not parked anymore. It now stands a full 25 feet high. Articulated arms, the tires outside on the shoulders, the headlights rolled into its eyes. It looks almost like an old woman in a bonnet, the way that the hardware is arranged on it. Standing in the middle of the street, people are screaming and running, and there's a very dead, obvious crack dealer standing at her feet.
I'll that button. I'll that button.
I have...
It's an Opal bot. A sister Opal bot.
Sister Opal bot.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't seen that one before.
It's a giant armored old lady transformer.
And neither have I, and I just made it up from this.
That's great.
I'm doing what I can.
Carry on.
Oh my god.
Miss Robo-Opal begins to chase crack dealers.
Robo-Opal, I believe.
Robo-Opal.
Yeah.
Is chasing crack dealers around the block, swinging a set of tires that looks like a handbag.
That's just 55,000 pounds of mean right there.
So the screaming you should
People
be selling
are
crack in my neighborhood is the robot.
Is
not-
the
I have not
robot.
gone upstairs. So what's that then?
And you're pretty sure someone's called 911.
Is the car okay?
It's going to be easier if I show you. Yeah, actually, I need widescreen for this. Landscape. There we go. Snapchat filter off.
Send it to me as well.
Oh, I'm not sending this. All right, then come back down. So just for future reference, if you're going to do that trick, there were couches upstairs. You put one of those down first.
Fall right on it. Smart. That's why you're in charge.
Also, the Magnum.
This is still the other.
Revolver.
Yeah, great.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why do you have a revolver in a firefight? You can fire it 6 times. Then what are you going to do? Ask everyone to take a time out?
Look at this thing. It's
reload?
fucking scary, man. Dirty Harry has one of these.
Yes, it's very scary. It's also completely impractical. Anyway, here's what happened to your Winnebago.
This is the guy like in the tactical gear, not.
So
Yes.
is that
Oh, right. Oh, God. Am I still?
Yes,
oh.
absolutely. You still.
I'm
very
sorry.
much
Here,
are.
unarm me, and then I go. I'm going to go lie down on the train tracks. You want to tie me up?
I thought you were showing me your phone.
I'm sorry. I forgot
The
where I
two
was.
people that
for a
were in the
second.
gunfight inside the train tunnel are just they're completely dumbfounded with what's going on.
I go. Hi. I'm the guy you're. I'll be right back. I go touch the 3rd rail. Oh!
And it's a rather electrifying show.
Woo!
But I never saw what was on the phone.
Oh, I here. It's-
You dropped it. Good.
Your Winnebago is in the streets.
So
Very
he's got an
active.
app that turned my Winnebago into like a Photoshop transformer or something, and it apparently running amok up there and
killing
gangster types.
You can hear the sirens from police and emergency vehicles.
So here's the
approaching.
thing. This stuff just kind of happens sometimes. My advice is to just roll with it. My advice to the rest of you. Oh, good. You saved one. Good. We'll interrogate him. Rest of you, if you could tell us. Can you hear now?
The guys that are in the tunnel can still definitely hear.
Okay. Good.
But they are making their way down the tunnel at full speed.
Where are you going? I thought.
Go on, get him.
Yeah. No.
No.
No, it's
They're on our side.
Just stun. It'll be fine.
Well, but
He has a point.
Just a little concussion. They'll be fine.
The grenade detonates, and both of them limply fall over.
All right. So let's
Those
go get them.
sirens are getting closer. They're definitely already on the block.
So
Can you make this safe house look like it was stepped on by a giant Winnebago robot so they don't investigate down here?
I don't know. I haven't looked upstairs, and I don't believe you about the robot.
Okay.
Now you can hear gunfire outside.
Now that I understand. Excuse me. I'd shimmy up the hole.
I know we're in danger.
It takes you longer to shimmy up the hole than to go around the stairs.
We'll go up the stairs and help him up.
Thank you.
There's definitely a gunfight going out in the street, or maybe just somebody shooting at a car. Yeah, somebody's definitely shooting at a car outside.
No?
Is it my car?
There are 2 police officers attempting to shoot your Winnebago, which is walking through the streets, shouting.
I mean, the iPhone 7 doesn't have a great camera, so it kind of compresses.
Right.
the
No.
space
No.
a bit.
But I see it now. Okay, it's clear as
Keeps
day.
everything
That's
in
a-
focus. It's basically a wide-angle lens because.
You young people have no respect for your elders!
So again, this stuff just kind of happens sometimes. I hope there wasn't anything really important to you in there.
That is my entire house.
And all the whole arsenal you grabbed from the safe house.
That's true.
Does that mean all those weapons are attached to that rope? Oh yeah, look at that.
Yes, it does.
So,
Look at that. So Nick, tell me more.
More
about this,
cop
safety
cars
report.
pull up, and now there's at least a half dozen officers firing rounds into Robopol. They don't seem to have noticed you yet, but
What are they gonna do? Start shooting at us? There's
Probably.
a giant robot running amok through the streets.
Yeah, this is going to be on the news, and we don't want to be. So my recommendation is we go back down into the tunnel, recover the people who were trying to kill us, who we saved, and the people who we don't want, who ran from us, but we think are on our side. Do some basic questioning, and do that before the E-train comes in and crushes them to paste. Yeah.
going back into the building.
Well, they've been doing this because I looked at the photo and figured it was like some sort of new
Craziness.
technology thing that they were doing
Alright.
to make it look cool. And so I've just been like collecting people, pulling them up, and like trying to wake up the people that we hit with a stun grenade.
There are 2 very stunned people. The 2
do a
that
little
were
first
shot
aid
that
for
are
the 2
upstairs.
upstairs.
Without
Put
a
their way
hospital, they're
together.
not going to make it.
Okay,
If
so
the EMS doesn't find those guys, they're not going to make it.
Okay, drag them out on the lawn and flag down a cop.
Well, you're dragging around the lawn. One of the cops has definitely seen you now.
So we need some help here. The robot thing, it just shot into the house.
A couple of them come running over. There's more EMS and looks like a tactical team for the cops showing up now too. They're putting everything they got into Robopol, and she just seems slightly irritated by it.
Oh, I have a feeling I'm not getting that car back.
Again, the principle of non-attachment is accepting that things go away.
But I'm not a Zen master so much, or a Buddhist so much as a mercenary.
Yeah.
That's a soldier of fortune, in
I
case
am
you're wondering
familiar.
about that.
Oh,
I
Nick,
think
while you
that
were
a
outside, give me a
hashtag
notice
cool
roll.
is needed because, dear Lord, what could Patrick do with that?
Oh God.
Oh my.
He does not need a rule of cool.
Could always use a rule of cool.
Just hit it. Hit it evens.
Just see a figure disappear back down an alleyway that you're certain was watching whatever was going on over here.
And we've been made. Subway tunnel?
Yeah, no, I'm in.
All right.
If that's where you're going, that's
You
where
are
I'm
hauling
going.
some stunned people and a prisoner down the subway tunnel.
Robo-Opal can fly.
I did not know that. Apparently, a Robo-Opal can fly.
That's great. We're still underground. I think we're safe for the time being.
Yeah.
This
So
looks like one of those old tunnels before they shut them all down. You know, some of the ones that still existed.
Okay, so disrepair. It's not an active tunnel.
No, not active at all.
All right, I want to
Really
take.
conveniently linked to this founder's safe house.
Okay,
I
so-
mean, who links subway trains to safe houses?
Oh, wait! Okay.
So we have how many people do we have that were the stunned?
That you have the two stunned ones, so you left the
there.
two that were going to bleed out up there.
So there were 4
They're
people
recovering.
in the safe house.
There
were 4.
I shake
Well,
one of them
several
awake.
dead ones as well that were in the bottom floor.
I
but
want
there
to
were
shake one of them awake, of the stunned ones.
four. You have one that is conscious, somewhat.
Are you a program?
What are you talking about?
Are you a programmer, aren't you?
I'm an intern.
For
The program.
for the program?
No!
For the other fellas?
I'm an intern on an AV project. I'm just a college student, man.
This is one of the guys who is in the tack gear?
No.
Okay, good. Whew.
But he was holding a gun and shooting at guys in attack gear, so something isn't checking out.
Why were you had a
Yeah,
gun?
what was with the 45 then?
Shit.
When the Weaver stance. I'm just saying.
Look, this man has a very scary gun, and he's not afraid to use it poorly, so I would start talking.
It makes a very intimidating club.
The barrel gets very warm, too. You can burn someone.
All right, if that's how it's going to be, I'm not talking to you, Nick.
All right, breakthrough.
He has ways of making you talk.
No, he just did. So, you were expecting me. All right, so safe house doesn't seem to be very much either safe or a house anymore, given all the rubble. What was the
Yeah,
plan?
because of you.
I wasn't here when that happened, so...
Yeah, you just slipped your surveillance, ran out on the safe house you were in, and just all of a sudden all of our founders' safe houses just start getting hit all over, like you're not working for the program again.
I am not working for the program.
Not buying it.
Okay.
Hey, wait.
Is someone else here I can talk to?
Where are you getting your information? Let me borrow your phone.
No.
I was going to say, take the phone from the one who's still unconscious.
Ow!
So, really quick, I've got the Master
right,
Negotiator buff.
I know
What
you
exactly
hit him
does
with
that
That's
do?
when I hit him with the gun, right there. The gun.
It's not really about negotiation in the traditional sense that, you know, Bruno will intend to negotiate someone while I'm speaking to you while doing horrible things to him.
Okay.
It's sort of the action of the two of doing this makes that automatically successful.
Okay, got it.
Kind
And
of
if it's
talking-
not automatically successful, say you wanted to do it in a combat situation, it is very demoralizing to the enemy.
Talking to Peter while waterboarding Paul.
Gotcha. Waterboarding.
Love that
is
comedy.
So passe.
Yeah, you get to do the good stuff.
Even though you rescued them, these two seem very hostile to Nick. Blaming him for safe houses getting hit, people getting killed.
So I take his phone.
You take his phone.
And
I'm
I hook it up to the other three.
gonna walk over.
And I cross-reference numbers.
His phone's got no cross-reference with any of the other numbers that you've worked with. None.
So I got it. Where do we go next to talk? Need someplace. Neutral spot, you pick. You have no leverage right now. We have entirely the upper hand. Just go with it.
I'm not telling you anything, Nick. You're just gonna kill more people.
I actually kill very few people directly. Well, directly, yes.
You're not to be trusted. I've seen your handiwork.
Where's Crash?
I walk over, crack my knuckles.
Oh, you
nothing.
done fucked up now, mate.
Well, this is why
I got
Tower over him.
Grandpa Rambo's gonna fuck
Intimidate
you up.
roll.
You're
Rambo.
pretty sure his breathing picked up a little when Bruno came over. Not in the excited, fun way.
I beat my intimidation roll by 7.
He's definitely sweating.
So, we're gonna have a little talk. And what you're gonna tell me is everything you know about why it is you need a safe house in the first place.
He has a thumb drive in his prison pocket!
You what?
Let's try
He has a
this.
thumb drive in his prison pocket! He points at the guy next to him who's just like, bro!
Well, there we go.
All right.
Thanks, Paul. You look like a Paul. Most interns are Paul to me.
Does that mean the same thing that it does?
I should let you do the talking from now on.
Yes, but would you also extract the thumb drive from that man's arsehole? I don't want to go in there.
What did he actually say? Back pocket?
Prison
No,
pocket.
his Prison pocket.
Oh, wow. So I go
We're
over.
gonna do this the easy way or the hard way?
Oh.
Easy!
Oh, great.
Okay.
That's where I blow it out from the top.
So, hey, Paul,
We'll give you a moment.
you know what I can do if I need something done and I don't want to do it myself. So the question is,
Easy!
are you going to remove that with your hand or with your lips?
And?
Go get it. Yeah.
Okay.
We won't look.
Paul very much is
I
on camera. Fishes
Something.
a plastic baggie out.
All right, open it.
There's a thumb drive in a plastic
That's
baggie.
what suggests rule of cool to remove the thumb drive.
Oh dear God.
Oh my. You know
And
the
if
thumb
it did
drive.
go sideways, it would be much harder
But
to
no
retrieve.
computer equipment to use it on.
Yeah. Thanks, chat. If only we could find a computer in New York.
Oh! Wait! Key fob. Lock. Shut. Set alarm.
The shooting continues outside and then stops.
That's either really good or really bad.
What exactly is going on up there?
No idea.
You are too close to the vehicle. Step away from the vehicle. You are too close to the vehicle. Step away from the vehicle.
So where does this tunnel lead to?
A train?
Jersey, I think.
Jersey, you think?
All right, bye, Paul.
So, Paul and what's your name?
Steve.
Steve.
Very inventive with the
You
name.
guys have a vehicle stowed around here somewhere?
Yeah, there's a Cadillac across the street. Well, there
Was. No. No.
What year Cadillac? Anything after an 83?
92 Eldorado, man. It's my dad's car.
I mean, in a pinch.
If it drives,
You're
and you
vaguely
can
aware from
access it.
being up in the street that that Cadillac is not drivable anymore, nor any of the cars on the street up there.
Maybe mine.
Well, we
Yeah,
could-
because of his.
Is there a way out of this tunnel somewhere that leads back to the surface that we can get?
You're not sure. You just have to start going down it. Find
head-
out.
They don't know.
All right. Well, we let's take all their weapons and their
You still
phones.
have the tactical gear guy as well that you have not spoken to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
We'll take all of his gear.
While
Take
we're
all of his gear.
walking,
Then we
while
take-
we're walking, I'm gonna go over and kind of put my arm around his shoulders and say, "Let's have a little chat, shall we?"
He has that very distinctive former military look that you've seen in a lot of program guys.
Hey, Riley, you ever used a Snapchat filter on a guy getting tortured? It's pretty amazing.
I'll be honest with you. I never have.
Got any more of that Jameson on you? I know you do, Quinn.
Get my name right? No, I don't fucking care. There you go.
Sit back. All right, do your thing. Do your thing.
Now,
Steve, you can either hang out or you can go. But if you go, leave your phones, your guns, and your clothes.
they both gladly leave their phones, guns, and clothes and run like hell.
It's New York, couple.
So these guys are not the ones we were coming to look
No,
for?
those guys were our allies. But we got what we need. These are the guys who are trying to kill us.
For allies, they didn't seem to be very nice to him.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
It's a thing.
Love-hate relationship.
Not so much with the love.
Got it.
Yeah. They wanted me to work for them. I didn't want to. They insisted, sort of thing, and then I left, as it were. Trying to
Some
find-
jobs are like that. I worked at a chip shack for a summer that was shite.
I bet the customers were just awful to you.
No, they were great. Oh.
We're getting a little off topic.
Very much.
So,
So,
break your fingers, man. Do your thing.
young man, let's have
What
a
do you want to
chat.
ask this guy?
Snapchat.
What exactly was your mission here?
Oh, he looks like a teddy bear. So cute.
He's trying to do the stoic, keep his mouth shut, but he's fucking sweating bullets. You've been through this enough times in your 60 years.
He'll break.
You're pretty certain. He's going to try and be tough. You're going to break something.
Screenshot.
Maybe a few other things.
Screenshot.
And eventually he's going to start
Post it to his
talking.
LinkedIn.
It's almost
Nobody will see it then.
tedious for you to go through it.
So, what exactly are you doing here? You may have noticed not all of your comrades made it. That can be arranged for you, or this can end more positively for you.
I don't have a lot I can really tell you.
Anything you know.
We got our information on this address this morning.
From where? Sorry.
Command.
Which is where?
Tactical operations are on the West Coast. They have a facility near California.
Did you narrow it down a bit? That's one of the larger states.
Well, if it's
I've
near
never been to
California,
it.
it's got to be what, Oregon, Nevada,
I've never been to it, but I've been told
Arizona.
it's an island.
You look like ex-military. Army? Marines?
Rangers.
Rangers.
They're the ones that protect the forest from Yogi.
Close enough. So, put in your time in the Rangers, got out looking for work, somebody hired you. What's the company? Who do you work for?
Independent contract work. A lot
Seems
of us
like
used to do DoD stuff. We do the private contracts now. Private sector's a little more lucrative.
Pretty heavy gear for coming into a residential house on a private contract.
I've loaned the company about a year. This is the first time we've ever done anything besides stand around or shoot paper targets.
Where do you
Past week, we've all been getting scrambled. I've lost contact with a lot of my friends.
Where
They
were
had
you?
us all be ready and waiting and ready and waiting.
Where were you based?
Well, we got an office over in Brooklyn.
I need the address.
Gives you an address. It's a law office.
Well, now we know which ones are the bad guys for sure.
A law office in Brooklyn.
Give me a rundown of what happened when you got to the target.
We hit it. Got engaged in a protracted firefight. We had him on the ropes. You showed up.
Why? What was your objective?
Bag him and tag him.
Bag who?
Everyone inside.
Didn't question any objective that had you coming in and just taking out civilians. in
They'd
the
have a
middle of New
cleanup
York?
team come through and sweep for things afterwards. We're just there to clear the way.
When does the cleanup team arrive?
After we radio him in, well, after my superior would have radioed him in, but I'm pretty sure he's not among the living anymore.
Oh no, he's just taking a nap and some ketchup.
Which one was your leader?
He's upstairs.
So,
Yeah, he's more of
sauce now.
He's a pink mist in a memory.
Oh, right, I did that.
yeah.
It was pretty cool, though, you have to admit.
They might not have shown up if they saw the giant Winnebago robot, too.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that
sure
will
that's not
definitely
mine.
cancel
That might be a straight up...
Somebody switched my Winnebago for a robot while we weren't looking.
Again, this stuff
But you
just
have
happens.
gained some information there. Tactical teams have been active very recently.
I'm just surprised there hasn't been a flood, frankly.
don't even...
I don't know what that means. Is that like secret agent code for?
I'll tell you later. You eat a handful of dirt.
I miss
He
Afghanistan.
starts eating a handful of dirt.
Good. I like this. This is good. I'll tell you later.
Entirely nervous about this situation.
This is awful what we're doing to this man.
It is awful what you're doing to this man. But he did just murder people in cold blood as well.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't say.
Seemed to have zero compunctions about it, and you were also fairly certain that if the shoe was on the other foot right now...
Yeah, he'd kill us. Easy.
He'd kill us in a heartbeat. Yep.
All right, so...
All right, you're the boss.
Doesn't necessarily make him a bad guy.
Well, depends on your definition of bad guy, I guess.
It's relative.
Here's the thing. The people I would be looking for would be very upset if I did the tactically sound thing. Here. Right away, they got captured and I got away. They're soft, but I love them. So...
Well, they aren't around, Nick.
Who said that?
Who am I talking to right now?
I'm just saying this is a game master sitting at the table across from you.
But they aren't around.
They aren't around.
Yes, but...
How does Nick operate
Character
now?
change is the basis of all narrative arcs.
So how is Nick these days? How is his self-control when it comes to making a tactically sound decision or something that his friends would be proud of and respect?
Let's break it down, Nick. Does he know enough? Anything new that your enemy doesn't already know about you?
Doesn't seem to.
Any information he could pass back to them that would be harmful to you?
Yeah, he's got a couple of mean motherfuckers with him now.
When you were in the Rangers, where were you deployed?
Kandahar, Afghanistan. There's now a dead tactical team member at your feet.
So you're kind of an anti-war guy then, right? Militant hippie
Just
type.
need a fucking minute, okay?
Yeah, take a minute.
Let's find a computer and
Yeah.
load that drive up.
Shame looks bad on you, mate.
It doesn't take you too long to track down a computer that's available for use in New York City.
Yeah.
Surprise!
First off, let's look for...
Nearest library.
Let's look on the news about the giant robot storming through town.
Yeah,
So
no,
it doesn't
yeah.
look strange.
Robopal was on the news, the 6 o'clock highlight news. There's aerial footage, and then during this gun battle that the police have with Robopal, where she is at no point acting hostile towards them. She doesn't attack any one of these policemen. She yells at them quite a bit, shields herself, and tells them to stop shooting. And then all of a sudden, she just freezes up and stops moving. And then they start approaching on foot, and you hear that repeated. You are too close to the vehicle. Step away from the vehicle.
Oh, is this live?
Then the footage goes a little ways later. They're loading her on the back of a truck and driving away with her on the back of a
You
truck.
said this kind of happens?
Yeah, it's a matter of...
Thanks,
okay.
chat. You just gave the United States government a transformer.
Oh, dear God. All right, so as we're walking through the darkness... How to put it? What would you understand? You know
Do you have any
those-
idea what Donald Trump will do with a transformer?
Do you know...
Space Force.
You know those experiments the CIA did in the 60s about ESP?
Right.
Remote projection.
Men who kill goats.
As a frame of reference, yes. I'm a pilot in a program that is kind of like that.
Oh, like the X-Files.
The ability to, well, handle the training and the tech without basically burning yourself out is rare. So the people aren't exactly recruited the way that a pilot normally would be. They take you and they make you. And there's a lot of collateral damage along the way. Part of using the project is that you oh God, I don't know how to make sense of it. Now you go to war, you come back a different man.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Well, You know, you never really fully leave it behind.
Right.
Sometimes you're back into who you were there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Only sometimes what you bring back is not just the trauma and not just the nightmares, and you come back with an ability that you don't necessarily want, but that other people want to weaponize. You see where I'm going with this?
You know, I mean, it makes a certain vague kind of sense, I think, right?
That makes a very specific kind of sense.
Referring, yeah, and as for the robot stuff over there and the stuff that seems to happen.
Oh, so that's unrelated.
Okay, there is a manipulation of the likelihood of certain events that happens where these people are active. Quantum probability just goes out of whack. So sometimes something that completely shouldn't happen, and I'm not talking about the Patriots' comeback against the Falcons in the Super Bowl, though that was of a like, but just exponentially more. The likelihood that a Winnebago turns into a
giant
geriatric
robot.
transformer becomes 1 in 1.
That's some pretty extensive statistics manipulation.
Now, you understand, though, that, like, from a technological standpoint, we are not at a place where we can make a Winnebago into a giant robot and back.
Ah.
I know, I've been trying at home for years.
Mm-hmm. When you say you've been trying at home, like in the Winnebago?
I mean, I do a lot of things in the Winnebago. But no, because I know that you can't turn a Winnebago into a transformer.
But apparently you can.
No.
Well,
no.
You did.
No, look.
Somebody did.
If you look where the legs were coming down, like take a look at the picture. You look where the legs are coming down. You look where the arms come out. Where's the body supposed to fit inside of that?
Well, I mean, like, well.
I mean, look, it's using the sliding door as a shield.
You're trying to understand this in... Listen, I understand that you're trying to understand
that
this.
part shouldn't be attached to that part. You have to pull it off and then
It
move
makes
it
no
around
structural
and
sense.
snap it on.
Where did the AI come from? Why is she old?
I was asking you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where'd the old lady come from and why was she old?
Honestly, if I had to guess, she resembled a character that one of my friend pilots encountered on one of these missions. The shit all kind of seeps into each other for a while, sometimes.
Wait. Is this esports?
In a way of speaking, yes.
Are you in esports?
Like bowling with the thing?
Oh my God, read a magazine.
I do read a magazine. I watch the show where the people are doing the esports and they get all the points.
Competitive video games.
Right, like the bowling and the...
That's Wii. That was a decade ago.
Mate, the new one that came out like, a few months ago where all the people are... What's it called? Project Metaverse.
What the hell is that?
It's a show on the internet.
It is?
Yeah.
Project what?
Metaverse?
Have I ever heard that term used outside of people who
Not
know?
outside of what you know. That's new to you.
I need to...
I got some of the videos.
Okay, show me.
On his phone. It's a fully immersive VR experience.
Yeah, and you can pick your favorite guy and you follow him around.
Show me the guys. Show me the cast.
Okay, let's see. There's the...
What do they use for controllers for that thing?
Nothing. They have these, I imagine they're helmets or something, but they call them pods, right? And they get in them, and then they can go, like, anywhere. The first episode, these blokes right here, this one with the ukulele there. See? And they became like little forest monkeys that bounced around, and then they murdered the whole lot of them. It was the coolest thing.
Borks.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I've never willingly said that word.
It was great.
What's a bork?
I was there.
You were where?
I was the Bard Bork.
Bard Bork.
So this is like a virtual reality thing, yeah?
That was not the thing I heard of.
They're called avatars. The characters that they play.
Yeah,
we were there after the cleanup. I was in Bjorn Bork.
Yeah, I didn't
last
make it.
mission.
There was There was a little one that became an old one, and there was a great big one, and
I need to sit
there
down.
was a gothy one.
This is a game? Where is it? Where is this show filmed?
It's on. I don't know where they film it, but it's all over the internet. They show it like 7 days a week.
Where is Project Metaverse filmed?
California. This is a small remote island where the facility is done.
This, I don't even know how to parse this right now. How long has this show been going on?
You think you're confused?
Gosh, I don't know. Just maybe 2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 months. I need to see what's on that drive.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
All right. I don't.
But then I had to stop to like explain how fucking TV works to you. So
Give me a computer's roll for hacking into the drive. It is heavily encrypted, but nothing that Patrick hasn't overcome before.
oh, I rolled a 5.
It's a single field report written by some agent named Tessa.
Okay.
Tessa. Oh, come on.
In this report, it indicates that she has come across information stating that either Rosie,
5
Jenica,
on a mind check. Do I remember Tessa? Tessa.
Crash's sister.
Crash's sister. Yes.
and a founder's agent.
Say that again, please.
Tessa came across some form of very, very compelling information indicating that either Rosie, Jenica, Crash, Aquamarine, Thomas, or Nick are currently compromised and working for the program.
Well, that's false.
100% certainty that one of them is.
We got a mole. Does it say anything about where the others are right now?
No, the only thing it says is that their information comes from some informant they have in the California facility. They'll have them listed under a code name. All capital letters, Tom.
Okay, Tom.
So, I think I'm missing
And
here.
that's what it says.
That's it. That's all that's in that drive.
All right.
But you are on a computer. You could look up more of this
I am gonna
Project Metaverse.
follow this up.
So
from
how does
Project
these
Metaverse.
green furry monkeys relate to your ESP?
Right, because that's where I'm getting lost. That's the most confusing part.
Okay, so how to describe this? Basically, everything is real in some different manifestation in a different other facet of the metaverse, which is an expansion of all potential existing universes tied together with a matrix of communication
Oh, it sounds
beyond
like
which
religion.
all, in a way, it kind of is, except it's real. You know what?
No.
It's probably best. I need to look
Your
up
phone beeps.
What's
New
best?
message. It's a grainy surveillance photograph. The background looks like Times Square. And there's Rosie. And you. You are standing next to Rosie.
Am I in my current body? Like,
Yes.
So I'm in my body and I see my body there.
You see your body.
Do I remember this photo?
No. You don't remember that photo, and it's time-stamped, so unless you were in that photo yesterday...
Did I sleep yesterday? What's it? Did the timestamp coincide with the time I was asleep?
No.
What does the timestamp say?
I take a peek at your phone if
It was 1 day ago, so it was looking at... in fact, 26 hours previously to now.
this is the same person that I see.
You see the same
date
exact
stamp.
person. I mean, it's a grainy surveillance photo, like from a traffic cam or a bank cam or something that was in Times Square.
But could
so it's
be
hard.
twinsies.
I mean, I guess somebody could have like really done it, but man, it looks just like him.
I don't understand.
You weren't.
Me
that-
either. There's not
this
usually
timestamp's
any
not right.
cowboys in Times Square.
But he does have a face.
And faces can be recognized.
Oh dear. Okay.
Who's the dame?
Name's Rosie. She's one of the pilots.
Harvin. She's a rodeo star, or used to be.
What? How do you know?
Fell off the face of the planet about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
He's got it at his fingertips.
Right
He's pulling up
here.
all kinds of
I mean,
information.
she's not off the face of the planet. She's
You ever
still
heard
around.
of do a search for Crash Jackson, Jaxon?
We have Jexun. Clarence Crash Jackson, esports, also missing a year and a half.
That's him.
Missing
a year and a half. Same
Year
as
and a
her.
Yeah,
Same as here.
same week, in fact.
Come on, Aquamarine. I don't actually. Jenica. Jenica. She's a psychiatrist.
Aquamarine is the yoga lady.
Is she?
The blue-haired yoga lady.
Yes, blue hair. Aquamarine. Yeah, look her up.
She used to have a fitness show on the... Yeah?
Like sells a bunch of like yoga mats.
Wait a minute,
and
so-
Same amount of time
clothing
missing
stuff,
for her
right?
as well.
So Rosie Harvin. She was on TV.
She was on the rodeo. They did 2 televised events that she was a part of.
And Crash Jackson would have been on TV because of the esports. Aquamarine, it's TV.
She's on
fitness
commercials
person.
and stuff too. Like
What about look up? Was there a television psychologist, say, by the name of Jenica?
No, I'm not seeing anyone on TV by that name.
Well, look up Jenica psychiatry. Jennika.
Yeah. Yeah, she was worked in a prison.
What's in a prison?
Well over her career, worked in 3 prisons, but this one the most.
Which one is that?
Looks like it was somewhere in the Northwest.
Somewhere in the Northwest. Okay. Where?
I don't know, middle. All the prisons are in the middle.
No, not.
so. So you got Jenica in the Northwest. You got where's this Aquamarine? Where's her like business? Is she out of LA or?
Yeah. Beverly
Okay.
Hills.
All missing.
Look
Same
up-
amount of time.
All
Look
missing.
up-
Same.
Look up Nick Krieger.
There's 5.
That seems appropriate somehow.
This German teacher. Got a
Not that
bank
it's not
accountant.
I don't speak German.
I don't.
What you used to
Think
do?
they're all. None of them are you.
None of them are you.
What you used to do, Nick? What's your background?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Remember, I said sometimes there was collateral damage.
Oh Jesus! I'm sorry.
Nick, in that exact moment, you're no longer there. I mean, you're still there, but for a brief moment, you're in a study, very nice home. You have a cigar and a drink in your hand. And it's a gentleman who you recognize, much, much younger, standing in the room with you, Jebediah Lexington. And so, as you can see, Mr. Krieger, this is exactly what we need to do. And then you're back in your body again.
You all right there? You good? I'm getting really good at Googling people. Who else you got?
Jebediah Lexington.
Jebediah Lexington. Was nobody until recently.
How recently?
9 months. He was a technician. Now he's a program department lead over at the company that makes this game.
At the Project Metaverse game.
Yes.
What?
He's a program lead over there.
He's considered the creator of the game. See?
Are there any pictures of the metapods?
Oh, yeah.
Show me. Do they have schematics or anything? I
No,
mean,
no schematics, but they show pictures of them all the time.
how advanced do they look compared to the ones from the program of the founders?
A little, but not much.
Not much. So kind of
A few
rudimentary.
steps ahead, more
Remember,
sleek.
remember all the stuff that Jebediah did to our pods?
Oh yeah.
Just sleek and streamlined as well.
Okay.
They definitely have that home gaming look to them. Like they're marketing them almost.
Oh shit.
So you get in one of these pods, right? Mm-hmm. And you like lie down.
No, you stand up in them. That's the cool part. You like lean back and kind of stand.
And so like
It's not like a bed. It's like a
you move
like
your
a standing bed.
like
you like
upright-
move around in there and like your character
I don't know.
moves
You
around.
can't see inside. You're like there's a little window, and you can't see inside.
It's like a standing coffin.
So like, how do you if you walk, right? Like
You're asking the wrong guy. I don't have any idea how any of that shit works.
we've been watching the show, right? They don't show
Well,
you
sure,
any
but
of
they
that?
don't show you inside. Like, once they close the door on the pod, they do this little sequence, and then they show up surrounded by other green furry monkey guys. Old superheroes. That shit was great. They took down a mountain.
What?
Whole fucking... The one with all the faces on it. You know, it has all the Beatles, and it's in South Dakota.
Mount Rushmore?
That's the one.
Rushmore. It's not the Beatles.
Yeah, I know.
It's the president.
They took it down? Is it for real?
He's referring to the show.
On the show, they took down a mountain.
But that didn't happen in that was
He's
not
talking
in
about
the
it some
Last
episode
I
of this
heard, it
project.
is still in South Dakota, yeah.
He's talking about some episode of this Project Metaverse where they
game.
in the episode in the game they
the
were
game, not
superheroes. and
superheroes, and they blew up Mount
They blew up a
Rushmore.
Yeah, the angry teenage one just broke down the whole mountain. And they were trying to save a kidnapped superhero, and the guy took the rock and fucking popped his own head. It was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do they film in front of a studio audience?
I don't think so. They show you just the room that they're in, and then they show them getting in the pods, and then
Right, because of the island.
and then they show the game, right?
How many players they got in this game?
Okay, so there's a top 50, but there's like, I don't know, maybe 300 of them.
300.
That sounds like too many to have your ESP.
Wait a minute. You said that they killed all the Borks?
Right. Yes, that
Was there a
Just popped them little jelly bits. Go flush.
Was there a man, a young boy, on his way to a romantic liaison that they fell upon?
A young boy.
Or a young man?
Oh, yeah, no, the man creature. They came in and they whomped the shit out of him and hit him with a big hammer in the middle of the head.
The players did this.
Yeah.
Do you have info on the players?
Let's see. In that scenario, yeah, I can pull up the episode. Here, watch. It's good. This guy right here is a pro gamer from way back.
Damn,
What's
he
his
does
name?
that fast.
The name...
Robert Munson. Goes by the name of Brony Robbins.
It's a stupid name. I don't know what it means.
Apparently, he was the major esports rival of Crash Jackson.
Oh my. Who else?
Miss Andy James.
Andy.
Nothing you can really find on her. Briefly got a job in a coffee shop and an internship and a short stint at a university that didn't work out.
Who else?
Maddox McPherson. Extreme sports athlete.
Former military, bodyguard to the stars. Used to work for this lady over here.
Which one?
The one with the blue hair.
What?
Yes.
Aqua's assistant?
She was a bodyguard.
Security detail. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. She had all-girl security.
Who else? Who else was in this squad that went in and killed all the Borks?
Wyatt Maxwell. Ex-convict.
Oh, my. Look at that rap sheet. Almost nothing on it until he gets to prison.
Which prison?
He started out in a minimum security facility, but it seems like during prison his crimes continued to escalate. He went from white-collar crimes to homicides, extortion.
Was he ever
Never got caught or
Never got
for any
convicted of it, but all of it is pointing to him. It looks like wherever he was at, he was running the prison.
Was he ever in the prison where Jenica was the psychiatrist?
I don't know. As a matter of fact, yes.
So they all have a connection.
How? Wait, what about
Was Andy James? Did Andy James have any sort of connection to Rosie?
She's almost nothing that you can find on her. She's like totally off the books.
She's just a kid who has a lot of student debt.
Of all of them that you're looking at, she seems to be the one that does not fit in with the others.
They're all killers.
What do you mean they're all killers?
The world they went to, that's a real place.
In the game?
I was there on my last mission. We clean up after that. We saw the devastation. We saw the deaths of all the Borks. As annoying as they were, they didn't deserve that. It's not a game.
So you're telling me like this is
I hate to interrupt, but just to make sure timeline continuity happens, today's session was back, so Nick's events from the previous sessions were under GM Chris Odie haven't happened
I don't know that yet. Okay, sorry, I forgot.
Sorry, I don't want them to get all off in the story either, like the viewers at home.
Understood. Well,
Interesting.
Nick has not traveled to the Bork world
He has
yet.
proto memories though.
But yes, seemingly does have memories of it.
Huh. So I would have remembered.
You have memories of things that you haven't done yet.
Bizarre. Okay. I need to find Rosie, and then we need to investigate this studio.
So
26
you're
hours
telling
ago.
me like when you do
26
your
hours
like,
ago. He's got all kinds of tech skills. You don't really have much to go, Patrick does. Not really much to go off of. Even with this piece of junk Best Buy computer, he can do things most people couldn't believe.
Okay, so the grainy photo from 26 hours ago of this woman. Can you look at could you get into other security feeds from that time and try to find out where she went based on this photo and this timestamp?
She's like the only person in New York with a cowboy hat.
Well,
yes.
So you can try facial recognition on either of them.
Giddy up,
if that's
Desmond.
possible.
Yeah.
Patrick. Sorry.
Well, look at that.
Give me a computer's check.
Whiskey me.
You are not able to find any more images that match with Rosie's face for facial recognition, but several more match with his face.
Oh, you're all over the place here.
All of them predating before you arrived in New York City.
Can you find out where I've been? You know how I sometimes black out when I unleash horror?
Sure.
Find out what I was doing.
He's apparently checked into a hotel.
You're staying in a hotel right now.
Oh, I don't like this. Let's go meet me.
Okay.
You take a cab.
So subway?
This is going to make a very strange request for you.
I've been waiting to hear this my whole life.
I need you to rig me to blow.
Oh, what? Oh.
So wait. So are you gonna like go into someone else, take them over, and stay there?
Can you do that?
I've got about. I'm up to about 25 to 30 seconds until I can find a new host. After that, But in a city as big as this, it's not going to be hard.
So
I do not know what I'm going to find in that room, and I may need to take it out. It's not the first time I've been killed.
But isn't that what you got us for?
So who are you?
As a precaution.
Where'd you find the you that's you now?
I don't remember.
So you don't even know that you.
Here's what I remember. While
But
Philippe...
this you is the one that we're...
Here's the thing. Whatever they did to me was bad enough that I hid in the Old West, doesn't matter where or in whom, for a while.
So
Wait,
you went
the
back
Old
in time.
West?
It's adjacent in time. Kingdom of Yosemite.
But this is like real, not like in a computer somewhere. This is like you really, like your whole you goes somewhere else.
Did you have to get in a pod?
Did you say kingdom? You
I did.
So you were playing a game, mate.
I was playing a game.
That's a game.
Did you see him take down
like
that
a half hour?
That was so shot.
Did you see him? He went into that guy. He killed his buddies. He walked away. His body was completely catatonic, standing in the corner, and he was in the other person. It's not a game.
My boy
This
here
shit's real.
is paying me easily enough to believe in witchcraft and superpowers. I don't know if he has hit the number yet that is going to make me believe that a video game starring little bouncing bear people is in any way, shape, or form reality.
You ever watch Star Trek?
Of course I watch Star Trek. Look at me.
You know the holodeck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now imagine if there were a knob that you could adjust on yourself while in the holodeck that made you forget you were on the holodeck.
Okay.
So you know how sometimes they're playing a character, but they're still the Starfleet guy?
Right.
And they'll talk to each other out of character as the Starfleet guy while they pause the program?
Right.
Now imagine if you could turn that all the way up and you would forget that you were a Starfleet guy. The reality of the world would be your virtual...
It's like Socrates, like that
My question is
cave
this.
wall.
If I'm a big fancy Starfleet guy, why am I trying to be a 30s detective?
That was an era. He enjoyed the...
What?
Nothing good happened then. I've read books.
We're getting off topic again. So, trying to explain this again. How much whiskey have you had?
Enough.
Okay.
So do we even know that this is real?
No. Oh shit, are we in the game right now?
We're not in the game right now. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it would explain the robot.
What I am trying to say is...
Bro.
The taxi driver lets you out at the hotel. He looks extremely nervous at your line of conversation. You're pretty sure somebody's going to call Homeland Security after you get out of the car.
Oh, I make him forget about it by, I tip him a lot, and then, like, rip a big fart.
That's a Jameson fart, too.
That is a Jameson. I'm familiar with him. Believe me.
All right.
I said I was sorry.
So, here's the thing. Like, back on the point. Don't know who I am, because I spent so much time there, and I burned through so many, let's call them hosts, on the way
God,
here.
you're a parasite.
Harsh.
Well, I mean, you know, like, jumping around, invasion of the body snatcher style.
Across the street, a cab pulls up. Nick gets out and goes inside the hotel.
Look at that, it's fucking you!
I know, and that shouldn't be possible, and I don't know what he is.
Maybe you got a twin brother. You don't know who you are.
And just as easily, this is a trap. Rig me.
So this body that you're in now, is this you?
I have no idea.
Doesn't sound like
It
it.
seems like me, it feels like me, it smells like me. I got all the scars in the right places.
Okay, now,
we don't even
let's
know
say
if
we
Nick's
go in
real
there and
name
we
is
talk
Nick.
to you. Now, is there going to be a potential time cop situation to where if you touch each other at the same time, there's an explosion of some kind that takes out anyone named Joel Silver?
Are you going to rig me or not?
Oh, yeah, no, I was doing it while we were talking.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, you're wearing it pretty much.
You're going to want to, you know, duck into an alley
So
or
what's
something
the-
rather than do this open in the street.
Yeah, so
I
what's...
thought we were taking back alleys and stuff.
Oh, you just got dropped off like across the street from the hotel.
All right, so I'm rigged if I have to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you go in the alley and you start rigging him up, and you basically make him a homemade, very quick suicide bomber vest.
Now, because I like you, all the bombs face outward.
I'm gonna, while they're doing that, I'm gonna go into the hotel and
done
just
this
be
before, haven't you?
surreptitious, grab a seat, grab
Just
a drink.
get plenty of
No.
space in the lobby.
And
You
keep
can
an
sit
eye
down.
on the other
Nor
guy.
have I showed anyone how to do
See
it.
if I can figure out where he's going.
You're just about finishing up when 3 SUVs, very familiar, pull up front.
Ah, crap.
Guys in suits get out, go, briskly walk through the building, right past you. They don't even seem to pay any attention to you. Take elevators and stairs, and they begin going up floors.
Okay, I wait till they're gone, then I go up to reception. I'm like, hi.
Oh,
I lock
wow!
myself- my key demagnetized. I locked myself out. Can I have another one, please?
Go right away, sir.
Sure. Here's how stupid I am. The sleeve that has the room number written on it, I left up there, and I was so into. My wife sent me some.
I will take
kid
care of it, sir. I
pictures.
will take care of it
wasn't-
right away
Thank
for you.
I really
Here,
appreciate
just
it.
1 second. And he goes in back and comes out with one of the little hotel key cards wrapped in the envelope. 613.
One
613.
more onto the breach, my friends. Hashtag Nick Buff.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
And we do have a wonderful
Teddy
rule of
bear.
cool that we're going to need to learn here.
All right. 613.
How many,
At least 18 guys got out.
18.
And 6 in the elevator. The rest took the stairs up.
Yeah, but I can
Six
keep
in the
those
elevator,
6
six in
guys
the
in that
stairs.
elevator pretty much the rest of the night.
Do your magic.
Let's do that. With 6
Give
less
me a
people we have
computer's
to kill.
roll while he's hacking the elevator to make sure it
I'm in
numbs
the
up. What are you
hospitality
guys
area.
doing? Definitely 2 teams still going up the stairs.
What floor are we going to?
What were they? Could we tell
That's
that they were
computers. I made
intent?
it. Okay. It's like, oh no, I missed it. But no.
They were in really similar SUVs, dressed in the suit.
Oh,
they just
tactical.
it screamed tactical team without the tactical gear.
Okay, I go back to the concierge. Say, do you have a courtesy phone?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Room 613, please.
Phone rings once, twice, and you hear yourself answer it. Hello?
Hi. It's me. You. It's us. There are 18 men in tac gear on your way to your room.
What?
Run?
King Teddy.
Phone clicks.
That may have been the wrong decision.
Now what do? You have stopped the elevator from moving. It's currently in fire mode.
Oh, I don't want them to like Jaws of Life it open and go up and down the shafts. I'm gonna move it down and then move it up and you like just randomly move it up and down floors from.
It's stopping at the halfway and then moving
okay.
up again and then the halfway and in increments.
So 12 of them took the stairs?
Yes, you
One
have
stairwell?
12. 6 on the north stairwell, 6 on the south stairwell.
6. Okay.
How many floors is this place?
26.
And what floor are we on? Floor?
The 6th floor,
613.
613.
quick analysis. Which end of the hallway is 613?
You're guessing it's going to be far end.
Have him get to 611.
Okay.
Because it's closest to the south stairwell than the north stairwell.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the stairwell that's closer to the doors.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
So you're going in the stairs. You can hear those guys making their ways up. They're only a few flights above you. And now that they're in the stairwell and don't think people are watching, you can hear them. They're running. They're on the move.
I pull out my 9
room to room?
They're still going up the stairwell.
Okay, so they're not doing a room to room. They know
No,
exactly
they're
where
heading
they're going.
straight up. Yep.
I pull out my 9mm. Is there like a center point to the stairwell?
Oh yeah, you can lean out into it.
So I'm gonna lean out. I'm just gonna fire one shot off all the way up at the ceiling.
You think you hear a shot go off somewhere in the building? People's heads perk up. That was really loud. He didn't warn you.
Sorry.
It's a stairwell.
They're scrambling and the steps stop above and you can see one of them peeks out over the side.
And
he's got his handgun in his hand. You've got yourself pressed in. You're pretty sure he can't see you, but he's definitely looking down over the side.
Okay.
Call the team. We've been made. Hit him now.
That doesn't sound
And
good.
then they start running.
Doesn't sound good. Well, he's going out
I'll lean into the stairwell and say, "Were you waiting on me?
Oh shit! He's not in the room.
Do you want to do it down here or up there? I'm confused."
And we're gonna roll initiative now.
Perfect.
"19 again."
19. Wow.
We had our DCV or what do we?
ACV.
ACV.
And you can roll that action hero roll to
Yep,
get a
you-
+4 to the roll.
I don't think I even need to do that. So that's a 25.
25.
That's pretty good.
And Patrick.
I get 9 plus 9, so 18.
It's everybody than me. Bruno.
Okay. So they're coming back down the stairs.
They are after Nick, it seems like. But they were headed up the stairs after Nick.
Right. Because there's 2 Nicks.
Like that movie with those Jakes.
Not, no. See, that was a sequel many years after the fact to Chinatown.
Ah.
So I'm gonna
Hollywood whitewashing.
I'm gonna basically do a tactical analysis on the stairwell as far as placement, because what I'd like to do is get myself in a position where they're not gonna see me until I'm able to peg them in the legs with shots, and so as they come down the stairs, I'm gonna.
If they're coming back
wing as
down,
many
you've got
of them.
yourself a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult for them to round the stairs, acquire the target, and fire faster than you can fire.
Right. And so I'm just gonna be lined up, you know, ready to take that shot and just peg one at a time. Take him out in the kneecap to the legs or wherever, so that.
All right, I'm going to consider that a
shut
held
down all
action then, waiting to fire if somebody crosses your sights.
Sounds good.
After that, I'm going to move to Nick.
All right.
Nick, he's taking up position on the stairs. Looks like he's going to shoot anybody that comes down him.
All right, you got this?
I got this.
Okay, I run down a flight across to the other side and go up the stairs. And open the stairs and just yell, "Hey, tack guys!"
As you burst through into those stairs, there's definitely nobody in this stairwell.
Okay, well then I go up to the
And you're
to the
on your
6th
way
floor.
up. Patrick, you definitely heard a gunshot.
Yeah, I'm moving with him.
All right.
He's the guy
Does he
that's
come
paying me
past
as
you,
far as
yeah?
I know, so I am moving with that guy.
You're in the stairwell as well, and then moving back across with him. The guys at the top of the stairwell, 2 of them come down and breach the corner simultaneously, almost like they're ready for a tactic like yours.
1, 2. So
I'm going to make defensive
Action
rolls
hero.
in response to your shots on these ones.
So action hero, I beat by 5.
No penalty to the multi-shot.
So I beat that by 6 on the first shot,
Okay.
and by 8 on the second shot.
You hit both gentlemen solidly. Neither is a killing shot, but both are prone and bleeding.
And do I hear other people coming? or
Definitely
just the
coming
2?
down the stairs. Yeah,
Okay.
that should have been a pop and breach, but you were too good for them.
Okay.
They were not expecting that level of shooting response. Somebody that well trained.
Good grouping.
Yes, very good grouping. And these ones move and off camera. Some other things are happening, and then we go back to Bruno at 25. You've got 2 guys, they're writhing in pain on the ground. They're not dead, but they are probably not in the fight. Their buddies are probably going to come down those stairs too, probably not as stupidly. You are now alone in the stairwell. You know there's at least 4 of them still up and functioning.
Okay, is there a position that I can move either forward towards them to get a different angle, but still be provided by the same cover by the staircase?
Not exactly, but breaching would be completely unexpected.
Okay. I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna move up and try and take the next 2 out that's coming down the stairs.
Give me an action hero roll.
Beat it by 1. No, by 2. Beat it by 2.
Good enough. You breach the corner before that they can get a single shot off. You fire twice.
Yeah, that's a definite shot. So beat it by 8 and by 5.
Nice.
That's a good shot. That's what he does.
You have 2 more incapacitated, but not dead. The 2 behind them are completely unfazed. Nick, you're next to the 19.
After a quick modification, deploy the packages #PatrickBuff.
Oh my. Oh my, you got 5 points.
What? Oh, damn.
5 Patrick Buffs. Damn.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
This is wonderful. So Nick, you're at 19, and what are your plans at this moment?
Okay, am I at the top
I'm going to
of
use the
floor
railing
on
of the
6th floor?
staircase.
You made it up to the 6th floor.
Okay, door open, peer.
Peering into the hallway, you get a beautiful cinematic sequence right as you open it up. One fellow was flying backwards and slamming into a wall. You could see like guts and entrails from probably a close-range shotgun blast. And then 2 more on the sides are rolling in. Looks like that's room 613, breaching and firing on it.
Fire.
All right.
Hit him from the side. So let's see, I have, 3 attacks, is that it? No, I have 1 attack, okay.
They're not going to get a defensive roll, they're not aware of you.
Okay, that just hit it again. 10 on 10.
You wing 1 in the arm, but he is still up and standing.
Run, gun out towards him.
And after our 19, we have Patrick right next to you, who is going.
Oh, look at that. So who's in the hall? Is there
You've
in the hall?
got
I'm in the hall, I'm running
5
at
you
them.
can see in the hallway, 6 if you count the dead one. Excuse me, 4. 2 of them breached into the room.
But you're like charging at him.
Yes, he's going down the hallway very quickly firing off shots. And he's already hit 1 of them.
Okay. Again, I guess I am going to split action. My first action is to grab the back of his pant leg as he's walking away so I can yank him back real quick.
What are you doing? Oh.
The second is a little hook shot for those 5 guys over there. I'm going to burn an ability since I just got 5 of them.
Might as well.
And I'm hopefully going to hit the shit out of them. Assuming I make my roll. Which is a 5, so I beat my demolitions by 9. I'll take it, because it sounds great.
The roar is deafening. You can now see the floor above you and the floor below you. You can't see the guys that were in the hallway.
I'm doing the attributes. I'm going area of effect.
Okay.
And the no collateral damage.
Oh, well then you cannot see the other force. Take my fun away. I like destroying things.
I like destroying things too, but that's not what that shot was for.
There's almost an air fuel bomb that he sets off. And in that very brief moment, everything is hot, dry, and you can't breathe. And then when it clears, there are charred bodies in the hallway.
Damn.
Stop.
Where those guys used to be.
Look at him. Nicely done, Rory.
You're welcome.
As he finishes that, Nick staggers out of the room. His face is burnt 3rd degrees.
This way, boss.
Takes 1 look at both of you and runs.
Damn it. Shoot him in the leg.
Wait, hang on. As he's running,
Okay.
the far corridor bursts open and a group of guys come in from that side. And we're going to go to the top of the round, and I want to do a rule of cool this round. Guys.
All right.
So I want to start on this end of the table and work my way back around. You let me know what you're going to do, and then chat's going to vote on it.
What are we dealing with in this hallway?
Downstairs.
You've got at least 5 hostiles that you can see that are breaching the far end of the hallway. Between you and them is the other Nick with severe burns. And then yourselves. You have no idea where Bruno is or what he's doing.
So the group that just burst in from
Well, we know he's at the other stairwell.
They're above you.
They're above me. So is this the stairwell that I was in?
Yeah, you can hear stuff above you. Whoever's going, stuff's still happening above where you are at in the gunfight.
Okay, so this is this
whatever
group,
team you caught up to somebody, but you are guessing there was a team in place in the building.
through in the building or through a window or something. So there's a higher team than the 18 that came in. Okay.
They probably didn't plan on doing anything until somebody, shouted up a stairwell and just threw a giant wrench into their entire idea of having a surprise smash and grab on Nick.
Right.
Who's not Nick, but is Nick.
Right.
Or is he?
All right, rule of cool. Let's do this.
Go ahead first. Please tell me what you'd like to be doing with this rule of cool.
Right. So there are 5 guys and maybe an evil Nick.
Maybe not. You don't know.
Hard to really tell. But I'm not one for taking giant chances. And they're clearly trying to escape.
He definitely is.
He is, and he's going towards the stairway we're at? Or
No.
Is he coming toward,
He was running towards the other one, but I don't think he planned on those guys bursting through the doorway with guns.
Right.
There's definitely a slow in his run for the door.
All right. So, because I don't like running, and this is well documented at this point, I'm gonna go with the 2. Like, I'm gonna go for the power slide. Like, run at them a little bit, realize it's too far, and then drop to my knees so I can do the power slide. Reach behind me, whip out a grenade in each hand, of 2 different varieties. Toss one of them underhanded, and one of them overhanded. The underhanded one is trying to get kind of between Nick's legs, and the overhanded one is trying to hit the door jamb above the stairwell.
All right.
The right-handed grenade that was going low is clearly a sticky grenade. It's just there to trap him,
Excellent.
glue style. And the other grenade is to bring the ceiling down and collapse the stairwell. Not the stairwell, but the door leading from the stairwell to this hallway, so he has nowhere to run, and all those poor tactical guys are going to be stuck in that stairwell with him. Which
Not
makes
a bad
them,
choice.
Which, from what I've seen, makes them dead or shot in the kneecaps.
It's very true. Bruno, what would your rule be?
So Bruno is trying to get up there as fast as possible because there's 2 more targets still in the stairwell, and obviously there's more farther.
Oh yeah,
off.
there's 2 right there, like distance of me to you from you.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop down so they don't have a target to shoot at me, behind one of the guys I just shot.
Oh yeah.
Grab him, because he's all writhing in pain because I took out his leg or his thigh or whatever, bleeding all over the place.
Wuss.
And so with my gun in one hand, I'm going to grab his, because I assume he's right-handed and I'm left, and so we're going to take and have fire both shots off. While I'm doing this, I'm going to realize that he has some tactical gear for entering and getting Bruno out the window if necessary.
Yes.
So I'm going to grab the grappling gun, shoot it up into the ceiling, and take off as the action hero that I am to get up to the top floor now with 2 guns, 1 in each hand.
Shooting guns the whole time,
Kick
right?
the fire escape door open to where the 6 guys are, and just
you won't have to
blasting
do
at
any
them.
fire escape. You will be in.
Okay.
They're in essentially at the doorway to the stairwell.
Oh, so I'm going to get to the top of the stairs.
So you want to grapple them up and then action hero shoot them all in
and
the
then,
doorway.
yeah, 2 guns, guns blazing, take them out that way.
I like the sound of that too.
Okay.
And Nick.
So normally, when I use my ability to commandeer someone, I go completely catatonic because I have to put everything of myself into the next target to suppress their terror, their fear, their mind, everything, take it over completely. It's a both hands on the wheel sort of thing. But this guy is me. So I am going to try to do a split commandeering where I stay half in my body and half in my body and grab us both. Just enough to talk to him. Brain to brain. Say, stop it, it's us, it's me, and get him to come back to me.
All right, so I'm going to walk through this again. We have the power slide, sticky grenade, collapsing the doorway and trapping the tactical team with Bruno.
No,
I'm 60, not 80,
trapping Nick,
chat.
but yeah, trapping the tactical team with Bruno and stopping Nick.
Stopping Nick with the steam off.
From getting hit by said rubble.
We have human body shield, dual wielding, action hero grappling hookup to the 6th floor. Shoot everyone.
I kind of want to
believe
see
it's
that.
called the geriatric Batman John Wick maneuver.
The geriatric Batman John Wick
That's
maneuver.
about right,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, it'd be good to stretch his back out while he's doing
Also
that.
known
And
as
then we have
Old
Nick
Man Wick.
really stretching his capabilities of possession.
These are all good. This is a
Good show.
So it is up to you at home, chat, to decide.
Oh, they own it, they own it, they own it. Oh. I think all of these are going to work well. I mean, except for the ones that we have to roll -5 on.
-5.
That's
the
gonna
big
that
scary
might
part.
so
not be
much.
great.
Yeah.
It could end rather catastrophically for some people. I'm gonna
Rather.
enjoy that.
I completely missed the...
Grappling hook. It goes up. You start shooting up. You get a five floors up,
A
and
grenade
it
hits you in
breaks
the
free
face.
of the ceiling, and you drop back down 5 floors.
Well, you know, as much as I'm sure they'd love the story element of the Nick possession going off, if they leave you guys out at -5, you'll probably end up killing
each other.
I get up there, the grenade hits me.
It's okay, I'm the only recurring cast member.
All right,
so-
it is decided.
There we go.
Oh. Nick is the winner?
Oh!
Is Nick the winner?
What does it say?
Wait.
I'm looking.
Winner, Nick.
Winner, Nick Telepathy.
All right.
All right, being John, Nick, okay.
Woo!
I want to start with the -5 guys first.
Oh,
'cause I
wait.
think it's more fun.
Yeah, I only got 1 vote.
Wow.
Oh, hate you guys.
You got 12. I got
I mean,
7.
not all of you. Just,
Wow.
just the ones who didn't vote.
Oh, I got
Oh,
one
you
extra
really
vote
want some
after
Nick
the-
telepathy time. I like
Get
it.
to 8.
I want to start with our -5s. I want to start with you, Patrick.
With my -5?
I want to start with your -5s
That seems fair.
on your grenade tosses
Yeah,
and
those-
your power slide.
Those could go really horrible for me. I have an idea.
Only
I'll burn 2 of my abilities and use those instead. I need to make skill rolls though.
You got like 5 of those.
There's double 1s,
Nice.
and that is an 11, which also makes it, even with the -5.
Yeah, just take my cake from me. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, but I succeed 100%.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and the first grenade is no damage,
Sticky.
sticking.
That's why they didn't vote for you. You had 4 friggin' points. They knew you were
That's
going to
right.
get
I was
your
gonna.
vote.
I'm going to move back before I execute this, because I want this all to go off at once. Let's get some rolls. Let's see how
So,
this all happens.
Action heroes. That's a 5, so I beat that by 11. So I'm still getting.
You
my
will not
action
have the no
powers.
multi-action penalty. That's going to be a big deal with all that, because there was a lot of actions involved
Yep.
there.
So I
I'm going to
guess-
need your 2 shots on the 2 guys downstairs first.
So beat
Like, the
that
-5
also
still
by,
applies.
And 8. So that's beat it by 2 after the -5.
Both
so
of those guys
them-
still get defensive rolls, and they're not very good at that.
Okay.
The thing is, nobody's really good at defense.
So then,
No, they're not. It's
does
hard.
this guy happen to have some tactical gear that could actually get me up the stairs quickly?
Well, it's the rule of cool, so absolutely. That guy just happened to have a Batman-style grapple gun. I don't know where it came from or how it got there, but it was there. Maybe he's a really, really big Batman fan. I couldn't really tell you.
All right.
But I wanted you to make an athletics roll, and if you don't have athletics, that's a body roll.
Not an action hero roll.
You could do an action hero roll. That is a viable substitute.
Ooh. Yeah.
Do you still have your +7?
I don't have my +7.
You burned that already.
Do I still have my -5 to this one?
Yes, you still have your -5.
But I miss it by 3.
Oh.
You got a buff. You got a buff.
Can I use the buff to solve that? I don't know how
What does what does his buff do?
Master Negotiator, you know,
Negotiate with the DM.
I'll let you burn your buff to not fail
Okay.
and keep rolling, but I'm not going to count as a success.
Oh, so I have to try
either.
it
You
again.
still have to make your attack rolls on everybody still in that stairwell.
Okay.
You have 5 targets.
So I make it to the landing.
And you don't have a multi-action penalty.
You have 5 targets. You don't have a multi-action. I didn't say you necessarily made it to the landing, but you're going to get to shoot. We're going to get.
Okay. Okay.
We're going to get to that.
And there's 5 of them there.
5 of them. So I need those 5 rolls too. And then
Now
we're going to let that
the
all
grenade's
play
going
out.
off and that
Yep,
kind
we're
of
going to let
stuff.
that all
So,
play out, and then we're going to do a little segue. What's going on over here between our nicks?
Jeez. Okay, I gotta stop rolling the 10s here.
Three 10s in a row.
Oh my god. So not counting any -5 penalties, I missed 2 of them by 1, I made 2 of them, and I made 1 by 1. Or I made 2 of them on, and I made 1 by 1.
That's not counting the -5 penalties?
Not counting the -5 penalties. So I was like really close on all 5 of them without the -5 penalty. So when you factor that in, I missed all of them by 3, 4, or 5.
Well, and the reason you miss every single shot is while these grenades are going off. Yeah, you happen to clear the landing right as the explosive one detonates, and part of the stairwell blows out, and a couple of the guys collide into you.
Nice.
Hurling you across the stairs and out a window.
Oh!
From the 6th floor.
Oh, lovely.
Roll.
Alright.
That's
Am I
bad.
still hanging on to the grappling hook?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to all that fun stuff. But you're plummeting outside of a building. You're still hanging on to a grappling gun, and 2 people also. Well, what's left of them is on you.
Okay.
Nick, you're in somebody's head, and this isn't like any other time. You're not in control. You're just in somebody's head.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel very welcoming. You feel like you're restricted to like this tiny little room that you can't get out of.
Nick, it's
and
me.
Nick's in that room with you.
Nick, you know it's me. You know it's you. I don't know how this is possible.
This is not possible. This is some kind of program trick, some kind of founder's trick.
I'm free of both the program and the founders. I need you to come with me. I don't know if this is a time thing. I don't know if this is a alternate reality thing. But they came here looking for you. I came here and alerted you. You need to come with me so we can figure this out. Rosie's in danger. So is Crash and Jenica and Aquamarine. We're looking for them. They're lost.
You really think that's true? You meet me where his face is on a mountain. We'll talk then. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? You're inhabiting a dead body now.
Yeah. His face is on a mountain.
And you're melted.
And I'm melted?
No, he's melted. You're inhabiting a dead, partially melted, burnt Nick.
Ah, I get out.
Give me an action hero roll.
Alright. Many 10s, or many 0s, 10s that I rolled there. So made that by 2.
You manage to twist around as the cable breaks and break your fall on the 2 somewhat bodies after falling 6 floors. But you're pretty sure your bad knee is going to be shot for like a month after that.
You landed safely on the top of a car.
Yes, and safely on top of the car. You probably should avoid the water polo for the next few months.
Although the water walking, you know, pool walking is very good.
To get back there.
Okay.
Chaos. Cops are on the way. Emergency services.
Take the vest off, put it on dead Nick, say whenever you're ready, and let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You
No
split
problem.
to the door
We're going
and
to the
head
roof.
across town, grabbing your friend. And on the way, you get one more message on your phone.
Oh, blow up the dead Nick, by the way. That was
Oh yeah, done.
Thermite, really? You put me in thermite?
Yeah, he put you in thermite.
My God, that's awesome. Put
The
him up
message-
there.
The message
Now
on
you'd
the
be in
phone.
the basement.
Yeah.
Message on the phone says pilots will arrive tomorrow. It has an address. It says 1 is compromised. Trust no one. And that was Masters of the Metaverse.
Wow.
You've done this. This is your first time
Yes.
GMing this. That was incredible. Well done, man.
Well done, sir. Let's everybody give James a big hand.
I tried. It's not as polished as I prefer my product to be.
Well, considering we only had a couple hours to work on this before we got here,
That was great.
yeah.
I did not get up this morning planning to run a live stream game. I got up and went and
So if
opened
you
the bar.
like what you saw today, we are here every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, and starting in 2 weeks from today, we are picking back up with Project Metaverse for 4 weeks. using our Project Metaverse cast, which we heard quite a bit about tonight. And good news, everyone. We'll see more of James. Join us next week. We'll see you then. Until then, happy Metaverse Monday.
Bye.